Good afternoon and welcome to Sydney Parade. We're here on a Monday evening again. It's the Alan Murray Cup, one of the premier competitions in Leinster, T20 competition, and we're hoping for a good game, not necessarily a close game. So we'll see how we go anyway. Now,
Pembroke have won the toss and elected to bat.
The voice you hear is that of Graham. Graham joining us here in the box today.
Good evening, all. Yeah, 40 overs would be nice.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
With the weather we've been having lately. Jouet, jouet, jouet.
Oh, it's all April showers in June, isn't it?
It was a bit more than a shower the last couple of days.
You'll have up the live centre, no doubt. We'll let you do that. So, in this 20-over game, Pembroke going with a very attacking opening partnership. Danny Hogan, who's scoring runs for fun these days, and the returning JJ Garth. Great to see him back.
Yeah, Danny, another good knock yesterday on the twos. And JJ coming back after his thumb injury. So, hopefully, he'll get into some form ahead of a big weekend coming up. And of course, tomorrow night as well.
Adamstown get us underway, and Hogan immediately just plays it out and takes his single nice and handily. So we saw these teams play each other in the Leinster Senior Cup last year out in Airlie Park, and in the field, Adamstown were actually a Premier League side.
Yeah.
It was the batting then, or facing the Pembroke bowling that caused their downfall.
Yeah, Gavin Hoey, who's not playing tonight, but he had a great outing. I think he just didn't know what to do to him.
So what sort of target do you think Pembroke will be looking for here? 180, 160? Oh, that's a very good ball through to the keeper. Brings forth an appeal.
There'll be a bit of spice in the field with the moisture, but I'd say 170 would be minimum target. That seems to be par these days.
Well, yeah, what par is? You never know.
Yeah, like we've seen these teams in other games hit 200s. Other games won the last outing against Railway. They struggled to get to or defend 130, and they struggled to get up to that mark. So,
bit of width from Garth on that occasion. No, that's perfect. No, a bit of width for Garth there, but unable to chase after it. There we go. Now we can see the whole field.
And there is sun.
Yeah, and get blown away. There's chocolates there on the table, Graham, if you fancy one.
Thank you.
Help yourself. I certainly don't intend to eating a sharing bag by myself today.
Oh, that's just risen up a little on Garrett.
Andy Hill got one yesterday playing for the Sixes.
I saw that.
Right between. There's two pads.
A bumble.
He wasn't very happy, that was for sure.
So a lot of noise from, as you'd expect in the first over, from Adamstown fielders. Trying to gee up the bowler.
You can see where the boulders are.
This one again, you can see what the bowler's trying to do here. He's trying to angle that ball in to the batsman and cramp them for room. But then you leave a big space on the onside where they can just pick up a single. And one of the things we've said about the first team this year is how well they run between the wickets. And I don't see any change in that with Garth and Hogan at the crease.
No. Of course, bowling sides these days don't mind that much giving up singles.
It's the boundaries that hurt, isn't it? And Hogan a fine one to find them.
There we go.
Thank you, Danny. Right on cue. Smacks that one down to the beginning of Cyril's Way, where it will make its way into the car park. Hunted down by Cheeky from the women's firsts. What a super classic Danny Hogan shot.
Yeah, a couple of steps down the wicket, meets it on the up. Played a few of those in Marion yesterday evening. At a fine 50, opening the innings.
Yeah, scoring runs for fun this year is Danny Hogan.
So, ended the first, just a 6
Move it a bit.
Okay.
on the board. But Hogan will be happy getting his first boundary.
Well, to start with a run of ball, not a bad start.
So, we're going to have a spin by the looks of it from the nursery end.
Well, no surprise there, really. I mean, we're seeing it more and more in 20 over games. The side's trying to force the batsman to put pace onto it, and so JJ Garth obliges.
Yeah, with the field in, of course, only 2 allowed out. He's not going to be afraid to go up and over. If you give him any sort of width or the length to get under the ball, he is going to certainly throw the hands at it.
Well, we were saying that about Danny Hogan. He's actually, so far, the highest run scorer in Leinster.
Yeah, he had a
104 50s.
Yeah, he had a 100. Sorry, just waiting for that, and that's well placed this time. First one was power, the second one was placement, and the result is the same. 4 more to the score. Yeah, Danny had a wonderful knock in the hills in the Senior 2 Cup there the week before last.
Well, this weekend seemed to belong to Addison Sheriff. Fifer down in Cork and 62 runs. So he'll be looking forward to coming in. Spinner, of course, feeling the need to push that one into the turf. When your first 2 balls have gone for boundaries,
Yeah.
you kind of, where do I put it next?
That's a little bit quicker.
He's just trying to find a rhythm, isn't he, the bowler? He's trying to find something that is causing the batsman problems as opposed to these ones loose deliveries going all the way to the boundary. He can't afford to give either of these batsmen any room.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to bowl with a little more pace than the slow turner.
Another one cut away. The fielder will pick it up inside the rope. Fine bit of fielding down at Michael Sharp corner.
The directional mic is brilliant this evening. You're only picking up noise right in front of it. Either side, nothing.
Another one down the ground. There is a man there. He goes for the catch, but he spilled it. And Garth gets away with one. It's his normal shot. He probably wanted it to go a bit wider than that. But 11 off the over, 17 without loss after 2.
Yeah, Garth will be disappointed he didn't get hold of that fully. Difficult chance for the fielder.
Yeah, tough one out there. It's one of those, if you dive forward all the way, you get too close to it and you don't get it. Yeah. He even said good evening to him. He came in this way.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
That's nicely played by Garth on this occasion. And Hogan up to the job of getting down to the far end.
yeah, he was happy to just call that quick single. Even though the fielder in the ring was onto it quickly, he'd backed up really well. The beauty of trusting a call.
Indeed. Great thing about the ones playing T20 is you really cannot take your eyes off the action for a minute. Bijab is coming in again.
Oh, that could be out. No, another teaser.
And they're managing just to drop them just short of the fielders.
Perfect placement, would you say?
Well, I'm sure Danny Hogan doesn't think of it that way. But they're still there. Another one onto the total.
It is funny how you can already see the different styles. Danny likes a straight slap when he's hitting the ball, where Garrett likes the more traditional through the line. Appeal, a little high would be the thinking, and it is a leg bye.
I also wonder how often the appeal is to try and stop the batsman taking the run, as they sort of stand there going, "What, me?"
Well, you often see it with the ones down leg side. For some, they're always appealing as if there's a catch there, hoping to put the umpire off giving the wide.
That's a nice shot down the ground, but the fielder in exactly the right place. This well-placed fielder.
I have to say, last night in Anglesey Road, Danny was driving the ball really, really well. He had 4 or 5 beautiful straight drives to the boundary.
Well, it's looking like a much better over so far. Just 3 runs coming from the first 4 balls. But you don't bet against them scoring another 10, 12 off these last 2.
Yeah.
Changes in the field. There is a sweeper just past square leg.
I don't think any bowler feels safe in any over these days. Oh, that's great power.
Well,
and placement.
Knows that if he can get past the fielder there in extra cover, there's nothing else behind them, and the ball will run away. And as I said, there is the boundary. Our screen has gone blank. Oh, no, there it is back again. Okay. Yeah.
It's just a little bit fuller from the bowler and into Hogan's arc for the drive.
Well, 24 off the first, what was it, 17 deliveries.
A good warm-up. You have to say it's a strong batting lineup here for Pembroke this evening, even with the likes of Tim and Harry Hector not here.
Hogan quite deliberately looking for gaps in the field rather than power on that occasion. And it was a super shot, and it brings up the end of the over, and there is 25 on the board.
As you were saying earlier, probably next in would be Addison Sheriff, who had a very good knock down in Cork over the weekend, and Greg Collins playing tonight. He had a 200 strike rate down in Cork in a 40-odd off 20-odd deliveries. The skipper, Jack Hector, got a 50. So some good form in the batsman playing tonight. So no change in the bowling so far.
Two from each end, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the standard.
Oh, he's bowled him. That was very well bowled. Well, backed himself, threw it up. Hogan went after it and went through the gates.
First over, first wicket to fall as Danny Hogan looking to swipe that one down to the leg side. His back foot was still solidly there. In fact, he was pirouetting on it, but it wasn't to be.
I have to say, classic off-spinners wickets, you know. Foot outside off and then just bring it back in through the gap.
That ruins my evening because Danny Hogan only needed 21 to have reached 500 for the season.
Oh, well.
And it's an early time of the season to be up at 500 runs.
Yeah, it is.
I usually only get there in April, if you include last 2 years' figures.
I was going to say I'm still accumulating.
You have to play to accumulate, Graham.
Yeah. Hiatus.
Yeah.
Busman's holiday.
Well, Adamstown will be delighted at having got rid of Hogan, the leading run scorer in Leinster cricket. However, that just brings the hired gun, that is Addison Sheriff, and he will certainly be looking to add to his weekend's runs.
Well, it is the beauty of T20 for batters. You're not as worried for the fall of a wickets.
Oberoi now 1 for 11 off 1.1. There's a binary card if ever you saw one. 111, 1.1. Tosses up the first one.
Little too full. Sheriff just with a nice gentle push for one. Batsmen love a nice juicy full toss just to get yourself off the mark.
It will be interesting to see how Pembroke do approach this. Is it Helton Skelton, or if a few more wickets fall in these first 6 overs?
Well, they will be conscious. Like, obviously, if you win every game in your group, you're through. However, net run rate can come into these things.
There's all sorts of yelling going on. Direct hit, nice bit of fielding.
Yeah,
The encouragement of the bowler.
He was about 2-3 yards past the stumps by the time he hit it, but looks good.
Nicely tucked away, quite sensibly. Garth on 13, Sheriff off the mark as we saw. And 1 ball left in this, the first successful over for Adamstown. Again, stylish shot.
What you've come to expect from Garth. He does love that little drive through the gap. So the other 2 teams in this group are playing across the road in Park Avenue this evening, Railway and Terranure.
There is the card, Danny Hogan. Well, he's now on 491 runs for the season.
I take it.
And JJ Garth, 14, Addison Sheriff, as we saw, has just come out to the middle. This may be where we see... Oh, no. I thought it might be a change of bowling, but there is the fall of Danny Hogan's wicket. It wasn't quite balanced, and that was part of his problem there.
Well, and again, he didn't get his... If he got his left leg across outside the line, it would have been a safer shot to play.
Who won between Adamstown and Terranure?
I will look that up.
It's nice to see that the Pembroke players are playing each ball on its merits and not just swinging wildly for the ropes on every delivery.
Well, there is, everyone forget the misconception, but there is time to get yourself in, even in a T20.
Hey.
So, great news is that 50 devices are connected.
Welcome on.
I hope some of those are over in Adamstown.
Hopefully they don't switch off when Corey and EastEnders comes on. So the previous game in this group between Terenure and Adamstown, Terenure came out on top.
So Terenure and Railway, both with 1 win.
No, Terenure and Pembroke, both with 1 win.
Pembroke have 2 wins, don't they?
No, just the one. We've only played Railway.
Okay.
Oh, he does like that shot. Sheriff.
It works for him. It's unorthodox. It doesn't seem incredibly balanced or set in his stance when he hits it, but when you're young and you have that eye-hand coordination, you can take these on and just watch how far across the stumps he goes. And he says, well, there's nobody down there. Thank you.
But it's amazing. He doesn't mind playing it. You might think that's a T20 shot, but he plays that shot in a T50 this early in his innings as well.
T50?
Well, you know. What do you want to say, ODI?
No, because the I stands for international.
Well, he isn't. But up in Morringstown, he played that shot very early on in his innings as well. So he's no fear. He trusts it. He's obviously practiced it a lot.
Nice bit of fielding in the infield. Saved a couple of runs there. I don't know whether it would have reached the boundary, but it was a good dive and a good stop.
One suspects it wouldn't. He didn't seem to get all of it. So, yeah, in the previous game, Terenure bowled Adamstown out for 104 in Terenure. And Terenure chased
So if Terenure beat Railway, it comes down to a winner takes all.
Yeah.
If Pembroke win today.
Yes. That's where run rate might possibly come in. But, Terenure won by 5 wickets. So I don't know the math, Yeah.
Bit of a crowd building up here. I see Bannigan, and I think Sean Smith is over there too.
He is.
Well, that's just lifted away. Thanks very much.
Yeah, new ball. Yep.
First maximum of the innings takes Pembroke on to 41. 5 overs gone then, and 41 for 1. And, well, do you know what? You may find that Adamstown have made a mistake in getting Danny Hogan out. It's not often you can say that. Well, the sun, it's trying its best around here at the moment. There are a few clouds around. I suggest that the Red Cow received a deluge earlier, but that didn't make it to here. I was coming out of town and you had sort of like showery rain, but I was confident that Pembroke itself would remain ready for this game. And here come Adamstown. They've brought out a box of balls. I suppose we're that early in the
I think
innings.
5 overs.
Where do you find the right ball?
Just needs to be hard, I think. Niall, by the way, 15 overs is the answer to your question.
Yeah, and now you've got to tell everybody what the question was.
That is how quickly Terenure chased the Adamstown score. They did it in 15 overs. So I would say Terenure...
As opposed to a bowling rate of 15 overs an hour, which we haven't seen for a while, have we now?
One would suspect Terenure are top of the table.
Might well be.
Starting this evening. Well... So far across the road, Railway are batting and they're 38 for 3 in the 5th over.
3 wickets down across the road, and that's 3 wickets in the power play.
Yeah.
Again, enthusiastic fielding, good support from his teammates.
And they're big wickets as well, that have fallen for Railway. Whaley, O'Brien and Tipness. Tipness going for a golden duck.
Good afternoon, Francois. Francois joining us from Cape Town. In fact...
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
I printed out a list of all the places in the world that have tuned in.
Oh, wow. Is this going to be like the cartoon where you go through the list of the world, the Animaniacs song?
Well, it could produce some enthusiasm, that one.
Yeah, it was one ball.
Frankfurt Airport, Soweto, South Africa.
I think Frankfurt.
The Maldives.
Frankfurt Airport was me. Yeah, I'm sure you have Florence, Venice in there.
Well, he sat back for that one. He was onto it so quickly. And another maximum. That one disappears away. Garth moves on to 27. He's obviously missed a bit of cricket.
Yeah.
And is dead keen to get back to it. Because he really pulled out the power on that one. Decent crowd tonight from Monday night. Where else would you be? I mean, it's not a bad over, but with that 6,
Yeah.
suddenly there's 8 off the over already.
Yeah. Pembroke going at 8.4 at the moment.
Pembroke on the verge of a team half century. Oh, full toss. He didn't mean to have it that long. They will come back for 2 with a bit of pace. Direct hit might have been interesting, but not really. He was home safely. There goes southbound dart. I must say that 2 weekends ago when they were doing maintenance over the bank holiday weekend,
Eerie
it
quiet.
was eerily quiet.
Yeah. You get so used to that little rumble going by. So we're going to have our first change of bowling of the evening.
And end of the power play, and the power play ends with Pembroke 51 for 1. 10 coming from that over.
You would have to say the power play belonging to Pembroke there this evening.
Well, 8.5.
Now, just for comparison, actually me saying that, across the road, Railway 57 for 3 off 5. So would you...
I'd rather take 51 for 1, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we'll see how things progress from here.
Liam McCarthy opened the batting for them this evening. He's 43 from 15 deliveries.
And you don't like me clicking a pen. I understand as well. So, change of bowling. Kidderdan David from the St John's end. Number 49 on his back. And one Edward Dwyer walking across at the far end. Yeah.
That's all I'm interested in. Are they just going to stay there all night?
I think they're probably going to stay there all night. Not quite straight and level for our liking. That's nicely played. There's no need to have the big shots all the time. And already, that's well backed up. The bowler had no interest in the ball coming back to his stumps. But that's the way it goes. So it's a sunny day today, although I do believe Mary is dying to get back to Cape Town for the weather, but loath to leave the grandchild.
Yes.
Little Gigi turned 1 this weekend.
Hey.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
That's 6 runs.
That is a super shot. Just picked the ball up and deposited it down to his teammates. Picks up the maximum. Here it is. I mean, just into position so quickly.
Yeah. He read the lengths.
I just don't have the cojones to do that.
Well, we never grew up wearing helmets. That would be our excuse.
Well, that's it. The idea of pulling a ball into your own face does put limits on your shots.
Yeah.
The bowler pulls out there. He's.
Could you imagine what your skipper would have done if you played that shot back in the day?
Michael Sharp would have had a conniption, I think, if
Yeah.
I'd started playing ramps. But then again, it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
The only person I saw play these shots without a helmet was our own producer, Niall. Niall would often have a reverse at a ball, with no helmet on. Kevin Ryan, of course, who spent 750 quid on a helmet. Well, it was 50 quid for the helmet and 700 quid for the dental work the day before. But, you know, each to their own. Once that happened, oh, that's nicely done. It was a check shot. He realised he wasn't there for it, and so just took all the power out of it. And there's the follow-through that he wanted to do, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. So, Graham, what were your thoughts on the test match over in the UK?
Wasn't much of a game. Look,
I thought it was an enthralling game.
No. I'm of school of two thoughts. One, obviously the pitch wasn't brilliant. But two, I'm sorry, batsmen have gotten too used to roads.
Yep.
They're going on and on. Yes, the pitch was variable.
You notice when batsmen score runs, it's because batsmen are brilliant.
Yeah.
But when bowlers are taking wickets,
it's
because
the pitch
is rubbish.
Yeah, the pitch wasn't great.
The pitch wasn't great.
Technique was awful from the batsman.
And that's another nice shot. But again, that well-placed fielder prevents, I'd say, another 2 runs being taken.
I guarantee you put Jeff Boycott on that pitch, he'd still be batting.
I don't know about that now, Graham.
I'd say
when you see the ball that got Bethel.
So it was from here to here, or to say ball. It's like
yeah. I'm just saying there was they used to play on uncovered pitches.
Yeah.
If you can face holding on an uncovered pitch, you can bat anywhere.
61 for 1 then off 7. Another good over for Pembroke with 10 coming from it. In fact, the last, what is it? That's 12, 10, 10, 10. So 42 off 4 overs without loss and without fuss.
I just feel, because, well, anyone in Leinster of cricket of an age would know how good the groundsman is at Lord's. So
Mr. McDermott from Clontarf, isn't it?
Yeah, Mackie.
Now, when they played in Australia, the groundsman at the MCG got absolutely castigated and hauled over the coals. And that doesn't seem to have happened with McDermott. In fact, I saw a couple of players, including Stokes and including New Zealanders, saying, look, it's turf.
Yeah.
You're going to have variations. Yeah. These things happen. You know, it wasn't done deliberately.
Yeah. Everyone knows that pitch needs relaying. He just doesn't have time.
So much cricket played in Lords.
You need more than a week to relay it. It's a whole square. And with the Women's World Cup and Blast and Test matches. And
that short. He was always going to take on that one. The fielder has come round to it and done very well.
Keeps it to 1.
Well, his throw nearly gives away overthrows, but well backed up.
Oh, we found the other last week in this competition. Overthrows counted for the winning and losing of the game.
Well, haven't we seen some funny games this year? We saw one where penalty runs were the difference between winning and losing in one game. And we've seen, as you say, overthrows making a difference. Usually it's extras, and that's a particular bugbear of ours here in Pembroke Cricket Live. But as the season's gone on, you can see those numbers starting to drop now as bowlers are getting into rhythms. Cut away nicely. Ooh.
Bounced well for the fielder. It was always going to be 1.
The fielder was the opening bowler, and he thought it had popped up to his hand, and indeed it hadn't. And so he went through his throwing motion without the ball in it. Ola Ganathan. It is bowling from the nursery end. Another change of bowling. Another spinner. They're looking for 2 here, but the bowler does exceptionally well off his own bowling to keep it to 1.
We'll wait and see if he's that good with it when he's not bowling.
And of course, going back to our Cape Town viewers there, shout out for Sonica. Eust, who will be turning 30 this week on Wednesday, if my memory serves me correctly. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's Wednesday, I think, by which time Mary will be home with you.
Little drop in the temperature here.
Yeah, there's a big black cloud off to the left, and the question is it coming here or is it going to slide down to Dunleary? Let's hope that Dunleary gets that one. There is that cloud. You can see just how threatening it is. Much better over that for Adamstown. Just the 5 runs coming from it. Pembroke now 66 for 1 off 8 overs.
Again, still over that 8 and over. So if you're a good place to be in the first 10. Oh, it's my first view tonight. Actually, I've just seen the new rugby. Noticed them for the first time. The new rugby.
How long have you been down here?
I haven't looked over that way this evening. Again, Sheriff with the scoop. They had put a fielder back there, but he could not stop it. This time it will only be 4. The fielder was inside the ring, so couldn't get around in time. Just again, a lovely little flick with the wrist. You can see the fielder chasing after it, but no chance of stopping that.
To no avail, I think, is the phrase, isn't it? Nice shot.
One bounce into the Pembroke players.
Francois has been on this evening. Yep.
Phone or on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Watching the cricket.
When Francois? When Mario get home? What that is?
Yeah. And I presume Sonica's with him. I see the Beer Brothers are in tonight as well. Oh, that's another lovely shot. He really is. Once he gets his eye in, there's no stopping him here. That was a super shot.
Yeah, Garrett just flew onto that. As soon as the bowler drifted to leg, he knew exactly where he wanted to put that ball.
In alphabetical order, Bannigan and Heaney.
Little stop and play while they tried to find the ball in the bush.
No, I've just deleted the replay. I think we're on bush. Yeah.
Yep.
Just been watching now. It's upstairs for you.
Yep. And I moved it downstairs.
Yeah.
Well, they're taking their time looking for that one, and they finally have found it. Well, they found a ball. This one appears to be white.
And the umpire seems happy with it, so we shall continue.
There's more commuters heading their way back southward. Oh, another shot. That's not gonna. Oh, it is. It splits the 2 fielders beautifully. Hits it just in front of square, far enough away from 2 fielders out the fence, and another boundary. And here it is again, just whipping the bat around the ball and pulling it square up than it looked it was going to be. Heatley Tector there, getting ready to do some fielding himself. Barry Tucker and the president, Colin Kavanagh, they're sat along the wall. Well, Tim came off his first over. Oh, that's a shame. The young lad got himself into position and the ball just swirling away from where he wanted it. And he's going to be...
I'm going to hit the road. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Garrett manages to ring 2 to his total as well. I've never understood why people shout at their own teammates throwing the balls in the air. I think he knows the catch. Oh, wide.
By the bowler.
Wide as well.
Addison looking maybe for something more than that. Just querying maybe if it was wide enough to be a no ball.
The umpire just reassuring the bowler that it had dropped enough to prevent the no ball and the free hit.
Quick call and straight through. It's well run again.
Well, Kid again, David will be pleased that over's over. 17 runs coming from it. Score just powering along. This is the attempted catch. The young lad got himself set. He thought he was in the right place, and then it ends up coming over his shoulder, and he's trying to take a step or two back then as well.
As they say, it's never good when you're on when you're moving. You want to be set, and he'd come a little too far forward.
These two have put on 58 for the second wicket, and they've done so. They came together at 3.1. 3.2 was their first go. So where are we now? They've done just under 6 overs for that 50 partnership. $83 for 1.
Good use of the field again.
Well, that just turned it into a full toss. Now, there's nobody at the keeper's stumps until finally somebody makes the journey.
But they managed to come back for 2. Good running.
Again, it is a big feature of the Pembroke side this year.
Well, it's funny. It was the one thing we probably thought they were lacking in the previous game in this competition was their 1s and 2s.
Nicely dug out. Good length ball from the bowler. It didn't stop Garth just pushing it down the ground to move on to 46 from just 31 deliveries as we approach the halfway mark in this innings.
Up, over, and gone. Chunky could have caught that if he'd been on the roof.
Well, it was a fine shot. I don't know if it cleared the fence.
It did.
Umpire has another ball in his pocket in preparation.
Yeah, it did hit the house. So, cleared the fence. This one. It's the second time he's fielded one like that.
Dramatic fielding.
Successful.
He'll be looking at that one on YouTube later, no doubt.
All you have to do is do one of those reverse boomerang thing for that. With a bit of Benny Hill music.
Again, that big open space on the leg side. Pembroke just avail of it to get down to the other end. Another 10 off the over. And 93 for 1 off 10 overs. And we'll have a quick look at the cards whilst the players swap ends.
Yeah, I'd say that 170 is... They're looking well past that at this stage.
Well, there is the batting card. And there is the bowling to date.
Yeah, everyone.
That 1 wicket to fall so far, falling to the spinner at the far end. In just the 4th over. And now these two powering on ahead. Change of bowling then, Akadakar.
It's a classic straight drive for 1 from guards. Moves him on to 47.
Stop, lad.
Well, fair play to Adamstown. I mean, it's not that long ago. They were in Corker Park and they only had 1 team. And now they have 11. at least.
12, I think.
And
Yeah, 2011 was their first year in the league.
Well, they've gone from strength to strength and now playing in the upper echelons of cricket Leinster. Certainly seem to have hoovered up a lot of cricketers on the west side of the city.
Carry in. Yes, lad, let's go, right?
Oh, there's that breeze again. Oh, it's biting.
It's all about the rain. Breeze.
No rain as yet, though. Despite the breeze, another attempted lap, and it goes down the leg side.
Good thinking, good thinking. This one's straight time. Let's go, lad.
That's after I moved right further away.
Mm. The awareness to take the run from the ball that lands at your feet, that's so valuable. So many runs come that way.
That's for you.
Well, that big black cloud has get past us. It could be over the top of us at the moment. I wouldn't know. But
It's a little.
It's grey over us,
it's a bit brighter now.
but it is chilly. Definitely a jumpery evening.
Well, he tries to go a bit shorter on this occasion to Garth. Garth moves on to 48. It's been a steady-paced innings. They've, if we bring up the worm, which we might just do at the end of the over,
Take them, boys. Take them.
you'd see it would be a fairly standard line. It won't have too many steps in it.
Yeah, but a steady 9, 10 and over, which
Oh,
is
very much so.
Yeah.
But credit to
That's poor.
that sort of thing that happens when your opposition are 98 for 1
Yeah.
after 10 overs. And this one, I was going to say, by and large, the fielding, it did bobble on him. I mean, it wasn't just a
Body behind it.
miss, but yeah. But the ground fielding hasn't been bad as the wind picks up here.
If you're on the boundary, you're not saving one, so get down, get something behind it.
100 has come up for Pembroke now. There are 11 overs gone, 103 on the board. Guess what? Another over with 10 in it. 1, 2, let's see.
The Manhattan will be good for this.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about half the overs have gone for 10 a go. Let's have a look at the worm. There it is there. Just that one quiet over, but by and large, it's been, as you say, at a steady rate. I mean, the overall rate at the moment would suggest
Yeah, there is.
there was a big over or something, and it hasn't been that there's been one
No.
big over. It's just been there's been a lot of
There's been a boundary every over. And that's what's keeping the run rate up, and that is the secret to T20. Running your 1s and 2s and getting the minimum boundary per over along with it. Now, often it's been more, but it's been a steady 1s and 2s. There's very few dot balls out there. Again,
down again to Willfield Road, and again hits the wall. And again, another boundary.
and that moves Sheriff into the 40s. 43.
There I was thinking that would be a silent glider.
No, and I need to return it to the bar as well. Sid went off with my lighter yesterday. When I catch him, I will get it back. Oh, that's a glorious, glorious shot. Got into the back of the chapel area there at the end of Cyril's Way. Absolutely classic shot. Proper cricket shot. Comes down the track and just plays it away. The bowler can only admire it. If it had gone any further, it might have needed a visa. Again, follows it up just by taking the single. Very few dot balls, as Graham said, in this innings. There was one in this over, and yet there's still 11 runs being added to the board from the next 3. So, going well. 1-4 for 1, and Sheriff reaches another half century, another mark. You can see the intensity and the concentration amongst the Pembroke players in that celebrations weren't quite as much as you thought they would be. But Addison Sheriff gets to his 50, and it only took him 29 balls, 28 deliveries. Garth on 49 now. His rate has sort of slowed as Addison Sheriff's has increased. So you can see he's getting more of the strike. And there is 12 overs gone. A score that we usually say, oh, you can double that. Well, if they do double that, well, Adamstown are going to be chasing 230, which would be a very big score. There could be some acceleration here now from Pembroke. 9 wickets in the shed. Scoring is a rate of 9 2/3 and over. You've got 2 batsmen in, one on 49, the other on 51. And Adamstown must be wondering where to turn to for the next bowling. Yeah. They haven't taken a wicket in 9 overs.
It's not exactly where you're going. Skip gives a ball. You often don't want the ball.
No, you want it all the time, and you know it. Always wanted the ball. They require 1, Craig. Yep, give me the ball.
Yeah, go on then.
And that's another looped shot down to the Pembroke fence. The team there just, well, all they're doing is sitting there and watching a masterclass from these two at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, no, you're right. You've bowled 18. Would you like another? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Keep going.
And again, a little look in the bushes, but quickly fail. I don't think they'll have time to change the gloves. I feel they're strolling out there.
Joe Prendergast bringing on a new pair of gloves, or a dry pair of gloves. Yes. They might not be new, but they'll certainly be dry. About a dozen, maybe 2 dozen spectators down. Women's training on as well. So a good crowd here. And many thanks to all of you who have tuned in on YouTube. 70 of you now, 70 devices.
I haven't even turned on my phone. Very nice looking shot there from Sheriff. Gentle push into the covers for 1.
Yeah, but he's not trying to take too much out of the delivery. He's not, you know, it's a good delivery, right? Yeah. Well, let's put it into that gap and take the 1.
Yeah.
Again, as we say, very few dot balls. So Garth on 49. We have seen in recent weeks a few people falling close to a half century. But it won't be Garth. He gets through. He takes his half century. Round of applause. Ripples around the ground.
Yeah, it's a great knock for somebody who's it's his first bat in 3 weeks.
Well, he broke his thumb when dislocating it. In fact, they may have broken it trying to put the dislocated thumb back in. But either way, he's back in form, isn't he? Sheriff looking for the gap and finding it.
Yeah.
Another 4 runs. It was in the air for a while. The fielder was covering a lot of ground, but in the end,
yes, lad, catching up for grab. Come on, be ready.
oh, good effort to try and get that, but in vain. Good few comments coming in. Coach Chuck Chuckles live, suggesting that perhaps pace off the ball is the way to go. And, well, they've tried that. They've tried pace on the ball, and neither of which has proved to be overly successful so far.
Yeah.
And the 100 partnership well and truly past now.
There's some days where nothing you try will work. Oh, it's well fielded.
Super piece of fielding. Won't prevent the 2, but certainly save 2, because that was on its way to the rope if he hadn't got that. And that is 13 overs up. And there we go, just lifted. Another full toss. And there's just a few too many full tosses, I think, for Adamstown here. They won't be overly happy with that when they look back at this game. But it's very hard when you've got players of the quality of Sheriff and Garth. And these two, well, 2 of the uncapped players that Pembroke can call upon.
Well, he's not uncapped. Well, do you count under 19?
No.
Okay, not fully capped. Okay. But yeah, you've got people to come who aren't exactly blushing when it comes to striking the ball. They generally hit above 100 strike rates. People like Greg Collins. So,
And?
Well, I'll go through the whole team if you want. Paul Lawson, Jack Hector. Generally, when they come into situations like this, they'll have a strike rate above 100.
Absolutely, and why wouldn't you try for it at least?
Can I get extra? Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. It was a very good delivery. It got through to the keeper. The keeper thought the batsman was still out of his... Wish he was. Still out of his ground, and flung the ball at the stumps.
It just shows you... right there is why the whole team needs to be awake 100% of the time.
And the bowler just seeing the ball go past him.
So important in these type of matches where you should be always doing something.
135 for 1. Just that 1 wicket fell. That was Danny Hogan. He fell with the score on 25. And that was 10.1 overs ago. And since then, Pembroke have put on 111. Well, 112. Clouds drifting down the Liffey Valley. A bit of blue sky. You can see some shadows on the pitch. Quick, take a picture. Picture for posterity. 137 for 1. Sheriff now on 69. Moves on to 70. The wind blowing very strongly from the southwest, from the Dublin Mountains.
I suppose it is keeping the clouds moving, so nothing can settle over us.
If you're going to get a shower, and we might get one at some stage,
it'll move quickly.
It will move quickly.
So there are positives to us being cold. That's a lovely shot. That's just placement, using pace of the ball, and Gareth perfectly places that between third and backward point as it runs for 4. You can see diving just past the fielder at backward point, perfectly placed.
End of the over, Graham. You might update us with what's going on around the grounds. There are a few of these Alan Murray Cup games on today.
Yeah.
Oh, call of 2 plays nicely into the gap, and they will get 2 at what I would call just a trot. No need for a canter or a sprint, but they got there.
So the other game going on in this group, across the road, Railway against Terenure. Railway have moved to 117 for 4 from 14 overs.
And what were they?
They were pretty much on par with us, so they have slowed down a bit.
Yeah, but they'd lost 3 wickets, haven't they?
It's Lee.
They've only lost 1 more wicket.
Yeah, it's Lee McCarthy
Yeah.
Lee McCarthy was 66 from 32 deliveries. Him getting out has slowed him down.
He's a
Yeah.
fine player,
Yeah.
Liam McCarthy.
Test player. Marion are away in Leinster this evening. They are 99 for 4 from 12. The students are at home to civil service. They have civil service 63 for 5 in the 13th.
Oh, that's a low-scoring game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Phoenix are doing well. They're playing in North County, and they've North County 92 for 6 off 11.
Well, change of bowling here, I think.
The Hill-
Although Olagana is on again.
Yeah.
He's here for his 4th over.
Yeah, but he bowled the nursery in the first spell.
He's been going at just about 9 and over so far.
Yes, no chance of a run out. He's back. So the best score so far this evening is in Rush, unsurprisingly. The Hills are 165 for 1.
Of how many?
14.
Oh, my goodness. That's a big score.
It is
in
Kenya.
Rush.
Yeah.
But even so,
Yeah.
oh, that's a lovely shot. That would be shot of the day for me so far. He was onto it so quickly, down on one knee, and just played it round the corner. And he's picked up another 4, and he is making hay whilst the sun hides behind some clouds.
Well, the wind blows. Got
That's a super
outside the
shot.
stumps.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's well outside,
Yeah.
off stump there, and he's brought that all the way round. Here comes Nicky now with tonight's picnic.
I'd say the team in the biggest amount of trouble this evening are Norcal there. Again,
Another one
Paul.
pulled square leg. Another single taken. 150 is on the board, and now it's 151. Garth has moved on to 57 from 39, and from the same amount of balls, Sheriff is on 77. And these two really are putting a good partnership together. 126 so far.
Oh, that's 6
That's-
more.
Well, heads!
So the final 2 scores this evening will they get the ball back. Norcal there playing in Castle Avenue against Clontarf, 59 for 7 in the 15th over, and Balbriggan at home to Malahide. Balbriggan are 91 for 4 in the 15th.
Some good games out there.
Yeah.
So if you're near any of those grounds, don't be afraid to go down and support your local team. And if you're near Pembroke, come on down and see what is amazing batting here going on at the moment.
There's another 6 and another ball lost.
That's 3 sixes in the over, and the score really going ahead now. Pembroke now nearly 11 and over. That one's just outside leg, didn't need to go down onto one knee. The biggest danger to him there was standing on his own stumps. Wasn't tremendously balanced for it. Hello, Josh. Josh Garth, wearing his summer coat. He's in good form because he's a good boy, aren't you? Hey. Oh.
Should probably let the viewers know that Josh is a canine, and Craig doesn't say that to everyone.
Well, looking forward to Saturday now. Going to Old Trafford for the Women's World Cup double-header.
Yes.
Plenty of Pembroke representation. And between Lou Little and Orla Prendergast.
And in the second game, South Africa against Australia, hopefully we'll be getting to see Kim Gart.
Be good. 164 for 1 after 15.
Yeah.
139 partnership in 12 overs. And they have taken the scoring rate now over 10 and over.
I think if you're the number 10 and 11,
That's a classic shot. Yeah, I mean, it ends up in a position whereby if there'd been a fielder there, it could have been a dot ball. However, there was no fielder that far away. And that one, I don't know why the bowler was docking.
that was a better shot. It was just clear, straight.
And there's the third one, just power. And as I say, there he was trying not to step onto his own stumps, and that was successfully negotiated.
It looks like he's had a nice rest while he's been away, recuperating,
Yeah.
and he's been hungry for it.
Well, no, you bowl back on now. Just 5 overs remain. Just 30 deliveries. 30 deliveries. The runner ball's going to see them at 194. One suspects it's going to be more than that. 5 overs at 10.9 is what, 54, let's say? And 54 would be nearly 220.
Yeah, both batters. Do you think they're chasing 3 figures? Both are in the 70s now. Who gets to see the ball more?
They certainly will be striking big now.
6
That's
more.
a flat 6 straight down the ground. And now I think we're going to see some aggression.
Oh,
We've only been scoring at 10 and over so far. And I think the lads have felt the need now to push it on a bit.
I think the bowlers haven't felt they've been sedate. And you feel they're going to be aggressive now.
Absolutely fabulous shot. 170 on the board now. This one is going to fall to the fielder, and finally the wicket falls with the score on 170. And it is JJ Garth who departs for 76.
From just 44 deliveries.
So those two were together for 12 overs, and they put on 145. And there is the shot down the ground. And that was a lovely shot, and a suitable round of applause for the outgoing batsman.
Maybe a little disappointed. Obviously, he was eyeing the 3 figures. He just came off the face of the bat and was well caught. Not easy when you're on the move.
Fielder was delighted. He got the congratulations of his teammate. It's just come off the outside edge of the bat and screwed away. And it would have been spinning a bit. I mean, it's still a fine catch to take.
Yeah. And this is always the worst batsman to be. The guy who's been sitting there watching a 150-run partnership and comes in
carnage.
cold. And you have to come in cold. And, well, you're nearly expected straight away to go boom, boom, boom.
Well, if anybody can, Jack can. Jack Tactor, captain of Pembroke. I remember him playing in innings last year. Well, more than one.
But his innings last year against Adamstown?
Well, he had a century against Adamstown, but I was thinking more the game he played against the Randy Peats.
Oh.
Where he brought Pembroke from a position of defeat, not the jaws of defeat, but actually past the jaws and swallowed.
In the belly like Jonah?
And, he went on to be brilliant. Are you looking to commentate on your son now?
He's not there. He is, Jackson.
No, it'd be red helmet if it was Jack.
He normally wears a red helmet.
Yeah, but that walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
And it's the scorecard says, yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Jump in for?
I'll come in for a few minutes.
So yeah, I'm going to stay, and Craig's going to have a little break. Another just played down to the long on. Will just be 1 for Sheriff. Score moves to 174. So brings Jack Tector back on strike. A sedate 3 from 2 deliveries. So difficult to come in cold after saying. And a sensible push. They're going to look for 2. And they are going to get 2. That is very good running. Good evening, Heatley.
Good evening, Graham. How art thou?
Well, very good so far watching this masterclass.
Yeah, it has been a masterclass. It was a superb knock from a returning JJ Garth. How lovely to see him back.
Oh, well, it couldn't come any quicker with 2 big games at the
massive
weekend.
games. A big game tomorrow night as well.
Well, sorry, the Leinster Senior Cup tomorrow night here in Pembroke.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, being reduced to a 20-over game, which is great for the competition. You prefer them, but there's lots of them having to be refixed because of the weather.
Yeah.
Way it goes. So after 16 overs, 176 for 2.
Yeah. So
Brings
it's been a powerful display thus far.
shots all around the ground. You'd have to say a typical T20, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, there's another big 6. And Addison's brother, I think, has just arrived in the ground.
Yep,
which is lovely.
Yeah,
lovely for him to.
I think Jack knows quite simply get off strike.
Oh yeah, I think
that'll be his job.
Right. I was down in Cork on Saturday. Yeah.
Were you shaking hands with the powerful?
Yeah, well, I just as we arrived, the great and good of Irish political life were just leaving.
Ah, okay.
But the lads from Pembroke were saying just how nice they were, and they were lovely, and
of course,
very knowledgeable about. Well, I think the Taoiseach loves sport. He's a great sporting man. And
anyone in Cork loves their sport. Alison again with the flick.
That's should be another 6, I think. It is indeed.
Yeah, he's just
colossal 6.
That's his 5th 6-1 down there this evening. They've just had no answer to it. Of course, I decided not to travel to Cork this weekend, just with the weather and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't have that checkbox with Taoiseach.
Yeah,
on my list. I've got presidents. Morning coffee in the hours. But
lovely.
To get the Taoiseach, I've got sports ministers, of course.
Yeah. But no, they seemed to have a great time, and he was very giving of his time. Stayed a lot longer than he was due to stay, and
that's good.
There's another one.
He could be out though.
He could be out this time, and he is out. Yeah.
He went to the well just once too often.
It was a terrific knock. Absolutely brilliant.
90 runs from just 43 deliveries.
Oh, superb. Virtually a strike rate of 200. Yeah, colossal.
Yeah, that's an excellent. It got the toe end of the bat that time, and the fielder who was in the ring, it was an easy enough catch for him. He just. But again, that's the nature of T20. You keep playing your shots, you keep going for it. Sometimes it just doesn't quite go your way, but I think he'd be happy enough with 90.
I think you're right.
209 strike rates. Fabulous.
And he gets a great round of applause, and rightly so too. A really fantastic knock from Sheriff, and
brings Greg
comes Greg Hollands, who both Tector and Hollands, I thought, batted superbly down in Cork.
Well,
they were tremendous.
I was, of course, following it on live score only, but it certainly looked that way.
No, they were tremendous.
Greg with a 200 strike rate.
But I'll tell you, Graham, you would have enjoyed it, because the Cork side is a very young side, and give them 2 or 3 years, and I'm telling you, they will be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
I was so encouraged by them.
Themselves and Railway are if they can stick together as teams.
Yeah. And the other thing that was most encouraging, I don't think I've been at a cricket ground where I've seen as many youngsters playing in the nets.
Oh, super.
Playing, just playing.
Yeah.
Just playing.
That really is a great barometer, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic.
When you have
do your heart good now.
Anytime you go to a cricket ground and the nets are full, it's always a great sign for a club.
Of course it is, yeah. Of course it is. But it was a good win for Pembroke. It kept their winning streak intact.
Yeah, 100%.
Nicely played by Tector. Should just be the single. Pushed with soft hands out to mid-wicket. Is just the single. 190 for 3 now. We're in the 17th over. The last ball of the 17th over about to be bowled, with Greg Hollands on strike. Nicely played as well. It's just a single. Well played.
Yeah, you'd have to say the theme song for Pembroke this season is Just Keep Winning. Just keep winning.
Well, if you look this week, Graham, Pembroke are playing in 4 different competitions this week.
Yeah.
And the question is, how many competitions will they be in come Monday morning? Yeah.
If they're they will definitely be in this competition.
Oh, of course, yes,
with a game to go.
Yeah,
but yes, with Leinster Senior Cup, the League, and
the Alan Murray,
the All Ireland,
and the All Ireland. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're all in all 4 come Monday, what a week it'll be.
Oh.
Lisbon will not be easy. Leinster away.
Oh, very difficult.
Not easy.
2 very difficult fixtures. And, guys are gunning for Pembroke, which they should do.
Oh, yeah.
That's the nature of it. They're seen as one of the top dogs in Irish
Yeah.
cricket now. And
But when you shoot for the king,
yeah,
no, absolutely. Everyone wants to beat Pembroke at the moment.
Yep.
But when you're 100% for the year,
yeah. It's hit hard.
oh, lovely shots.
It's a great shot.
That's a lovely shot from Hollands. He just bends down nearly bending onto one knee and just places it perfectly into the covers for 4.
Yeah,
Style.
yeah. We all know Greg's talent as a cricketer.
Yeah.
Really good keeper and a very, very useful middle order batsman. As we can see there.
Here's another 4.
Is it a 6 or a 4? It's a 4.
One bounce.
Yeah, 1 bounce 4.
Yeah.
That's a good start to the over. 2 boundaries.
Yeah. When you do that, you can only think it's going to be a biggie.
Yeah.
He has such a good eye from like he's only faced a couple of deliveries and he's already confident enough to go up and over.
Well, dare I say it, his knock on Saturday down in Cork, it's got to leave you in good spirits.
Yes.
When you get 20, he got 40 off 30 balls, whatever he got.
I think it was off 24.
Was it?
20,
Whatever it was.
but
Anyway, it was terrific stuff. It was fantastic. So,
no, we're blessed at the moment, Pembroke, in having the calibre of wicket keepers we at the top. So that brings Jack Tector onto strike.
And it brings the 200 up for Pembroke. 200 for 3. We are midway through the 18th over. Jack Tector on strike facing Adelkar. It's just pushed into the covers for another single. Good cricket all round.
Well, again, we were saying, Craig and myself saying it earlier, we'll probably see it at the end when we see the final scorecard, but the number of dot balls have been so minimal this evening.
Yeah, it's a good, it's a very good point, that, yeah.
Again, that's a huge one.
No, it could be out, is it?
Oh, bit of dancing on the rope there, and he takes it.
A terrific catch, though.
Well, the fielder, is it?
No, it's a 6.
Oh.
No, I think the fielder, did he indicate to the umpire? Yes.
Well done,
That's
done,
great
the fielder.
sportsmanship. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's good to see. Great efforts, but he just couldn't quite have the twinkle toes just enough.
Yeah, very
Oh,
difficult.
great effort. And again, the power Hollands gets into that.
It's a great stop, though. That's a marvellous bit of fielding. Really
3
is.
saved.
Oh, definitely 3 saved. So that's the end of the 18th over. Pembroke now 208 for 3. Jack Tector on 7 and Greg Hollands batting ever so well here tonight, continuing on the splendid form he showed in Cork over the weekend.
Yeah, 17 from that over.
Yeah, so just the 12 deliveries remaining.
You would think 20 runs minimum here from Pembroke.
You would think so, yeah. Yeah.
Which is a monster total.
Oh. It's an enormous total. It's an enormous total as it stands, Graham. And with 12 balls to come, in comes Bijou. It's good delivery.
No,
is it?
he thought about it.
He thought about it. No, more power to the bowler. Well done.
There was almost a pleading look from the bowler back to the umpire, and he.
As bowlers, we can all relate to that. You have that sympathetic look in your eye at what you hope is a sympathetic umpire. But anyway, it's a dot ball.
Already the stance from Holland outside is off, and that is why he goes wide of the.
Should just be the 1, I would think.
Good call.
Yeah, very good call. Yeah.
You can see though Holland's already standing outside the stumps for that delivery, and that pushes the ball a bit wider and
Yeah.
from the bowler. And
Yeah.
he just towed it a little, getting still a bit of movement. So Tector on strike. Up and over. Should be. And it is taken.
Good catch.
It's a very good catch.
Yeah.
He just cut that in between shot, just not
Yeah,
enough. But yeah, live by the so.
yeah.
Like you have to go for
You've
it.
got to go for it. You've plenty of wickets
Yeah.
in hand.
He'll be disappointed himself because no batsman wants to get out, but
Yeah.
you have to have a swing.
Yeah. So that's the 4th wicket to fall. It's a very wide delivery. Had he left that, it might have been 2 wides even.
Yeah.
The incoming batsman is Sunil Gupta. Such a brilliant young cricketer. Sunil is.
Yeah, another person in good form this season with the bats. He had a very, very important knock in the All Ireland a couple of weeks ago. A 50 up against Estonians.
He was tremendous.
Very, very important.
So Gupta about to face his first ball, the 4th ball of the penultimate over. That could be a no ball. I'm not sure.
It is a no ball.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah.
It had a no ball look to it, I'm afraid. So it's exactly what you like as a batsman.
Oh, yeah, free hit.
Coming
yeah.
in, you get off the mark with 2, knowing that your second delivery is a free hit.
Yeah, he's going to love the fact that he gets to face it.
Absolutely.
You don't want a single.
Yeah.
That takes a step. Oh, that's
Bold.
that's a fine.
Yeah. I give the bowler credit there.
No. Yeah.
More power to him. You know, and when you think, Graham, you know, Adamstown are just finding their way in senior cricket. Where will they be in 5 years' time? I think the answer is a force to be reckoned with in Irish cricket.
Go up to with the
Well
push
bowled
for
again.
one. Yeah. Well, you have to say though,
Poorly fielded.
it is backed up. There won't be overtoss. Well, their first big hurdle will be getting used to playing on grass,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's a huge step
Of course it is.
because if the only time they see grass is on match day,
Very difficult.
that will be a hurdle
Yeah.
Take those bows now. Let's go.
because they had a bad loss there yesterday in the first team league down in Oak Hill.
Yeah. I saw that.
So if you're practicing on mats and nets and the only time you see grass is on match day, it is, it's a huge difference.
Enormous.
Because for bowlers alone, when you're trying to learn, on an even, it's hard to practice, say, that slow bouncer into
Yeah.
the turf or.
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, Scufta just pulled into the gap.
Should
Yes.
just be the one. It's well fielded. Just the one.
Yeah, just the top half of the bat there.
Yeah,
didn't quite
catch
get it.
it. Yeah.
He's so good and so quick on those shorter
Yeah.
pulling.
Yeah.
So end of the 19th. Scores 2-1-6 for 4. They've obliterated my par score of 170.
They obliterated that a few overs ago.
Well, they passed 170 in the 16th. So
There you go. So we're heading into the final over.
Holland's on strike. The man you'd want to beat.
I've got to ask, who won the toss, Graham?
Pembroke.
Pembroke.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be the Adamstown skipper if you sent him in. Oh, sorry, it's Gupta on strike. My apologies. So 6 more deliveries. Pembroke will be hoping for at least 10, as they've so often this evening got in and over. Straight away down the ground. There is a fielder.
Should just be the one.
A little
Oh, no,
fumble.
it's going to go through. It's going to go for 4, is it? No, they're certainly going to get 3, though.
But-
An easy 3.
Oh, I wouldn't say easy. Have they got
Oh.
it?
And there's a collision. Oh,
Has it been given?
and both batsman and wicketkeeper are down. That looked nasty now. Yeah, I'm glad to see the wicketkeeper is up, and I'm glad to see that I think Greg is up. A shake of the hands was a total mistake. Yeah. Oh, there was nothing either could do. Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone staying on racing line, as they would
Yeah,
say.
absolutely. Yeah.
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 That was superb running from Gupta.
Yeah.
And we would say, okay, running from Greg with the yes-no in the middle. But yeah, to get 3 runs from a straight drive to the nursery end is some going.
I think the one thing that I think Adamstown are going to have to look to improve on is their ground fielding, Graham,
Because you shouldn't be fumbling at
not
this
at
level.
all. Not at all.
Not
And
to turn a 1 into a 3.
Yes, and there's been, dare I say it, quite a bit of
Yeah.
it.
He bowls it
That
into
should
the
be
turf.
out. Should be out. Oh, that's nasty. That's very nasty now.
And Pembroke.
The Pembroke players
Stopped.
rightfully
Yeah,
so, stopped
yeah.
running, dead right.
And
The umpires
everyone has
immediately,
stopped, to check.
yeah, because that bounced and hit him flush, I think. Yeah, they're calling for. He's up. I'm very glad to see.
Yeah.
That looked nasty, Graham.
Hopefully it's just a stinger and nothing too serious. Here
Yeah.
we see the pull shots. Yeah, just coming out of the shadows and there. Yeah,
Oh,
and just
nasty.
into the eyes, forehead.
Yeah.
Just bounced up. Hopefully it's more of a shock.
And I'm actually hoping his glasses could have helped him there.
Yeah.
You know,
Like that, yeah.
because it was nasty. Not nice.
No.
It's that classic dilemma of do I go for it or do I hang back?
Yeah.
And he did the very brave thing and went for it. And
Yeah, unfortunately,
the bounce just was unkind to him.
I think yeah. Yeah, he's up
Is
in a
he
bit.
staying on?
He is staying on.
Oh,
yeah.
great. I'm delighted. That's,
A magic sponge, hopefully, was all he needed.
yeah, I hope so. That's between the batsman and the wicketkeeper colliding
Yeah.
and the chap out in Cow Corner getting one.
Just dropped us. Now they can't see anything goes up.
So, still 4 deliveries to go in the final over. Fuller, driven. Excuse me, it is just the 1. So 6 so far from 3 deliveries.
Yeah,
6 from the first 3. 2-2-2, double Nelson.
yep. The great Richie Benno.
2-2-2. Oh,
Should just be the one.
yeah, rightly the wicketkeeper holds on to it.
It's been a very good last over, this.
Yeah. Anything without a boundary is a win for the bowler.
Yeah.
Again, no, you possibly say too little, too late.
Yeah.
Just be
Yeah, but
with the
again, you know, just from looking at the side, Graham, they're a very young side. They're inexperienced. They're great. You know, this young boy, Adelkar, looks very young and he's bowled a brilliant final over thus far.
and you can't argue. Like when Pembroke get to put out a hat, a pro who can do what Addison can do.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. So, a single there brings Sunil Gupta onto strike for the final. delivery of the first innings. And it is pushed down. They will, of course, come back for 2.
Oh, they'll easily get 2 as well. It's
There's
another
a-
fumble. Yeah,
But it's a safe 2.
yeah. And that concludes the batting innings. It's a formidable total that Pembroke have posted. 226 for the loss of 4 wickets. Here's the
Well,
Pembroke batting card. Graham, I'll let you take that through.
well, you can see there a run rate of 11.3, but it started off Danny Hogan with 12 from just 9. So everyone was straight away strike rates. Just the 7 extras as well, which actually is very, very good bowling from Adamstown to only have 7 extras in that onslaught. But of course, it is the partnership between JJ Gart returning from injury and Addison Sheriff there. That was the key for tonight.
And here's the bowling card, which doesn't make the prettiest of readings.
Nobody came away.
Really?
Yeah, and you with 200 on the board, nobody
Bijou, you'd have to say, did very well in the context of the game, going at just over 8s, but every other bowler going at 9 plus. So it's just a difficult evening for the Pembroke bowlers. But they stuck to their task.
Yeah, and again, 7 bowling extras shows them how well they did.
Yeah, terrific.
But you can see there on the worm there, that 145 run partnership.
That's what did all the damage. Yeah,
it was power, class, style from both ends. There was no let up.
Yeah,
it wasn't as if you could bowl around one of the batsmen. It was just, and there's the Manhattan, the consistency of 10 and over.
That's a colossal Manhattan.
Yeah,
if you're the batting side, you're looking at that with absolute glee in your heart.
That is Manhattan. That literally is a Manhattan skyline.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's the end of the first innings. There will be just a quick 10-minute turnaround probably, and we'll come back for the second with Adamstown having a colossal 227 to win this game. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in the chase.
Look forward to your company shortly.
Well, the players are heading back out to the middle now. We'll get the second half of this LHK Alan Murray Cup T20 group stage game back underway. Oh, Graham does like to sit back, doesn't he? Right. Bijou was one of the openers of the bowling, and he's also opening the batting. Obviously a big player in Adamstown's plans.
Yeah.
And he'll be facing Byron McDonough from the St John's End. It's very much a big hill in front of Adamstown. It's up to Pembroke to turn that hill into a mountain.
Yeah, it's a huge hill, and it's one which, if I'm being honest, I'd be amazed if they conquered. But look, let's hope they can.
It's a learning experience.
Oh,
for them.
enormously so, enormously so. And, it's great. They're facing a bowler of Byron's quality and class now, and if they embrace that as they should, they'll be all the better for it. So McDonough to open the bowling for Pembroke, and Kadir is on strike, and here we go.
Well fielded by the non-striker Stumps.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're a batsman, you're thinking, I want to hit this straight. Well, you can't get much straighter than that.
Yeah. Well, you've had a busy week, 10 days.
Yes. Youngest child getting married.
Getting married, yeah. All went well, I hope.
Granddaughter's first birthdays, one on the 5th of May, one on the 5th of June. It's just non-stop.
Lovely, though.
Well,
It's a great shot. It's a terrific shot.
Well, certainly showing some good intent there.
Showing great intent, really good shot.
Well, they've
Pulled
nothing to
through.
lose, has he?
Absolutely.
Just go
Dead
for
right.
it and
Dead right.
make a name for yourself here.
Yeah. In comes McDonough, right arm over.
Oh, that one going down the Waterloo line. The ball on the Piccadilly.
Yeah.
Straight through to Greg Hollins back there.
Yeah. Well, I had a great day last Saturday, Craig.
Down in the Mardyke.
Yes.
Yes.
I went down, and I'm so glad I went down.
It's a lovely ground.
Oh.
Did you go the long way down and pop in on the sister?
Stayed with the sister on Saturday night. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So we had great fun. We went out for a bite to eat, and we made a well bowled. It's another dot delivery.
And that was one thing we noticed during the Pembroke innings, that there were very few dot balls.
deliveries. Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
here we are. We've seen 3 already in this over.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Adamstown are not going to face a better opening attack than Sheriff and McDonough.
Yes.
That is not.
Another one flashes away to the boundary. And Kadir is off and running. He's on 8 now. And this one just a bit too much width.
Yeah, too wide, should I say, I beg your pardon. And Kadir just flaying his hands through it.
Well,
So this is the start of a big 7 days, really, for Pembroke, Craig.
well, Alan Murray today.
Yes.
Leinster Senior Cup tomorrow, which
Yes.
could go to a bowl out if the weather doesn't
Okay,
cooperate. And then
Which I don't rule out, by the way.
I don't think the regs say that. But I bet you they make up regs that do but before tomorrow.
and then of course we've got the Irish Senior Cup next Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Well, that's well played and
Well kept.
fielded.
Yeah, very well kept.
Well, you can see Danny Hogan's had the gloves on before anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Nice,
Oh, very- wow.
nice
Great
camera
camera
work.
work.
No,
brilliant, Niall. The great Niall Walsh doing what only Niall Walsh can do
well,
between camera work, editing, camera angles.
Front of the fixed camera.
Yeah, well, that may help, but you've got to know where it is. So,
I don't know where to put it.
yeah, exactly.
9 without loss. Byron McDonough's first over. An expensive one, couple of boundaries, but again, even though they scored 9 off the over, the required rate has jumped. It's a tough chase, this is.
Yeah.
Kildare facing the first 6 balls. Now his opening partner gets a chance to see Addison Sheriff. Yeah, there's a
No,
few,
it's still Kildare on strike.
few heavy clouds around
there
there
are.
now.
Yeah. Just over there, Craig, as we.
Yeah, well, if they're coming across,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
The last thing Pembroke would want now.
So in comes Addison Sheriff. Oh, that
Inside edge.
was a
Addison just holding his
a
side
sixpenny,
there.
a sixpenny coin away from the stumps. You'll see it here. Oh.
Well, that could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Funny you should talk about sixpences. I saw a program the other day on decimalisation
Okay.
and how they went through that back in 71.
Yeah. In comes Sheriff. Here's a chance. Here's a chance. Here's a chance.
And
That's very
taken
well
by
taken.
Harry St. Ledger. Well, the legend himself.
Well, do you know what? He watched that like an absolute hawk, Craig. I
Didn't
watched
even
him.
see anybody
No,
else
he
around
didn't
him.
see. And it was Byron who was coming towards him, and Byron's a big man. But that's a marvellous, marvellous catch from Harry St. Ledger, riding high in confidence after his brilliant bowling spell in Cork at the weekend. Here we see it again, because it was a good shot. And if you watch...
You can see Byron is
Look-
coming across looking
Look
for
at
it.
Harry. Look at Harry. Watch this. Beautifully watched. Terrific catch.
And for
Yeah.
somebody who only made his senior debut at the weekend,
Yes,
to have the confidence
Yeah,
saying, no, leave
terrific.
this. This
Yeah.
is mine.
absolutely.
This is because you could see Byron setting off at great pace to get there and would have got there. But Harry kept his eyes, as you say, on the ball, kept his base steady,
Yeah.
and that's the first wicket to go
And he,
down.
you know, what he did was he rode the catch well.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, very well.
he came with the catch.
Although I think Byron wanted that one though.
Yeah.
Byron fielding just in front of us here. In fact, I think he's moved a bit wider.
Yes, I reckon Byron was looking for that catch.
Bill,
Yeah. There's the nod of agreement there. Yeah.
it's just the start Pembroke wanted.
Yeah.
First wicket down.
In comes Sheriff. Nicely played. Well fielded again.
Sunil Gupta with the athletic stop.
Well, I thought the fielding on the part of Pembroke down in the Mordyke was as good as I've seen this year, Craig.
I saw them warming up before this game here,
They
and,
were
and they just
marvellous,
look
I tell
sharp
you.
in
Yeah,
the field.
that's what they were.
Mully has spent many hours setting up drills and such like, but my golly, they're getting more and more accurate.
Oh, they were terrific on Saturday, I can tell you that. They were terrific.
A good win again down in Cork.
Yeah, very good. Against a very promising young Cork side. In comes Sheriff. It's played with soft hands, just down to McDonough,
Yeah,
who gathers and
how do you approach this now if you are Adamstown? Like, you've got to be thinking, well, maybe that's outside our reach. So are you looking to get a few in there?
yeah,
You're setting a target of, if we can get a run of ball over 20 overs. A couple of times it's dropped.
I think, look, this is a whole new learning experience for them, and, you know, you can rest assured they'll have looked at Byron McDonough and Addison Sheriff, and they will have seen what they've done over the last 8-9 games. You know, it's the one thing about senior cricketers. They're all badgers.
Yeah.
They look at every game, every stat, every bowling performance, every run scored. They know who is who, and
Very little surprise. And of course, it's such a small family, the Critting
Yeah,
family.
of course it is. Yeah, that's why one of the reasons why we love it.
And there aren't that many that sort of spring out of nowhere.
Doesn't happen really.
No. So, 2 overs gone, 11 for 1, just 2 coming off that over, and also the loss of that first wicket. Well, we saw a worm, was it last week, where I think it was the women's thirds. That's a nice shot.
Here's this catch again now. I really enjoyed this. Looking.
Byron.
Well taken.
In fact, all Byron was trying to do was make sure it wasn't featuring on the screen.
Yeah.
Get between the camera and the catcher.
So, McDonough to continue with his spell.
Seen his opening partner take a wicket, and surely he'll want to break through too. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
It's a terrific shot.
And it goes to show that these batsmen, you know, Adamstown might not be Premier League at the moment, but I said the same about Railway, that in 5 years' time, these sides will be challenging for.
And I tell you, Craig, throw Cork County into that.
Yeah.
They were a young side. They were enormously together. You know, they hunted in packs for each other. Thought they were great.
Another attempt at a big shot. Not to be on this occasion. But it is heartening from an Irish cricket point of view to see these sides that you know are going to just get it better and better. Just as we see, you know, Donica, Cosgrave there, Viram Puri, 2 of the leading players in the club. Oh, this one.
Here's the chance.
Not quite.
No, didn't quite catch it. Again, I think, you know, that ball was on him just quicker than he thought, Craig, and I'm not sure whether they will have faced anyone with the bounce, pace and guile of Byron, you know, who's having such a terrific season for Pembroke.
Bowling from a good height as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they're not afraid to go for their shots, that's for sure. And that one running down to the car park gate. Another boundary.
Yeah, great shot.
I think fair play to them. St Ledger now back on the boundary to try and cover that cow corner. It's obviously a favoured area of the batsman.
It's another lovely shot. It's a great bit of fielding.
They get back for 2, and it's good to see them running those.
Yeah. Yeah, getting back to answering your question, what would you do if you were Adamstown? Well, I think I would embrace the situation. I would. Here's a chance. Should be taken. Yeah, it's taken.
When you're going for the big shots like that, you get one that doesn't come off the middle of the bat.
Yeah.
And it's going to end up out inside.
Well, you just talked about the extra bounce that McDonough gets, and that's exactly what that was. If you just look at this, that's
and again,
a good bounce.
It's the pace as well.
Yeah,
it's onto him a bit quicker than he expected, and it ends up being the simplest of catches. And a second wicket falls with the score on 21. 21 for 2.
Hi, Claire. How are you, honey?
Well, that's 2 wickets down, and you'd be thinking as well that the Adamstown lineup isn't going to have the same depth about it that perhaps Pembroke's does.
Yeah.
When Sunil Gupta's coming in for the last couple of balls, you know, you've got a deep lineup.
You know, and they certainly, you know, when you look at the attack that they're going to be facing as well, you know.
Nicely taken single. Demo Duran was getting down to the far end. And Kidigan David, another gentleman we saw with the ball. And that's the thing with a side that's up and coming is you rely on your all-rounders. The guys who can bat, the guys who can bowl tend to be the same people.
Yes, of course. So in comes Sheriff. Nicely played, but it's just pushed into the covers.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
It's Tector by 2.
Yes. TH and HT.
Yep. Yeah.
Another big shot from an Adamstown batsman, but that boundary
Should be an easy 2. Yeah, it is.
In fact, one of the biggest pitches I've seen in Leinster cricket is Adamstown's early
absolutely.
park.
Yeah,
It's a fine ground.
smashing.
And right in the middle of a development. In fact, one might even think that Pembroke is one of the easier grounds for Adamstown to get to, because the C1 and the C2, which have their one terminus at this end, have the other terminus at Adamstown station, which is just one stop past Early Park. And the hospitality out there is fabulous as well. I mean, Adamstown really look after.
They're a great club, Craig, and they will be a tour de force in years to come in Irish cricket. In comes Sheriff. It's a good shot. Should just be the one, though. Excellent bit of fielding. So it's fair to say that the evening has turned somewhat, Craig.
Well, there is this big black cloud which is stretching from, it looks stretching from Balbriggan all the way down to here.
Yeah.
But we're only getting the tail of it, and hopefully it will just slip past us. Sheriff persisting with the shorter delivery. Gets a dot ball out of it this time. 27 for 2 after 4 overs. And just for comparison's sake, Pembroke were 29 for 1. So, but again, we did say that partnership of 145 for the second wicket was what really put Pembroke in the driving seat. Enabled them to get 226 from just 20 overs. And already with just 4 overs gone, the required rate now 12.5 and over. Mark Berry now will come on from the St John's end.
Yeah. Again, Mark is...
He's so good at being accurate.
Terrific. He's
the
fantastic.
full length delivery.
Yeah. I always think back to the All-Ireland game last year against Instonians here in Pembroke when he picked up his 5-for.
Yeah.
Just bowling that nagging length.
And that's all it was.
Yeah.
And that's how he gets people.
Yeah, but that's a great skill in its own right. Straight away. Dropping it just back of a length. Batsman trying to cut it. Wide of point, but not succeeding in doing so. So the score remains at 27 for 2. We're into the 5th over, and again, that's well bowled. It should just be a single. Paul Lawson.
And Adamstown still require, even with 4 overs gone and 28 on the board, Still require 199. I mean, that's got to be sort of heartbreaking. And you can't look at that figure. Just look at the 28 for 2 and see where you take the team.
I don't know. I think if I were Adamstown, there's a great shot, but it could be taken. No, it's not. It's a great shot.
Absolutely. Judged to perfection.
Perfection, yeah.
Square of the wicket.
Just flicked it off
Yep.
his great shot. You'll see the repeat here. If you look at this,
Just drifting onto the
just
legs.
drifting onto the leg, and
That is a nice shot.
oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's a great effort.
Very athletic dive. Certainly higher than I'd get off the ground. Oh, that's
And
nice
that's 4
as well.
more. You won't stop that. So back-to-back boundaries for Adamstown. They will be delighted with this. Yeah, it was a great shot.
Has decided to take on the change bowling, I think.
Good quick call. No doubt about it. If you're taking a quick single, a quick call is
Has to be quick and decisive, doesn't it?
it's of paramount importance. And
Again, he likes that clip off his legs. They're looking
very fruitful. It's another boundary.
well, it just shows what a run fest Sydney Parade has become. That's a lovely shot. Just
Wonder what
clipped away.
Wonder what the powers would be within the MCC to swap
Sydney
their
Parade.
wicket for Sydney Parade's wicket. Did you get to see much of the Test match?
Well, which one? Our one or their one?
Well, I'll go with.
Let's start with their one.
Let's start with their one. Yeah, you get to see too much of.
I saw a bit of it.
Okay.
It's the first Test match. I mean, it's the 150th Test match at Lord's, and it's the first time 4 bowlers have made it onto the honours board for fifers.
Wow.
4 different bowlers.
I have to say, I didn't. As someone who loves, probably like yourself, loves Test cricket, I didn't really enjoy it.
Oh well,
I just found it.
we were Graham and I were talking earlier, and everything is so much in favour of the bat these days that when scores
well,
are
that's a good
big,
point,
they
yeah.
say, "Oh, our batsman brilliant," but when the scores are low, it's the pitch's fault. Now, on this occasion, the pitch had a lot to do with it. Nice shot again, but stopped inside the boundary, and it will just be a single. Yeah, I mean, the 2 half centuries that we saw, and there weren't a huge amount of runs, but it was if you had one good stand, which England did,
Yeah.
then you're in pole position.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's
a big appeal. I thought there was a little bit of wood on that. Maybe my ears are deceiving me.
umpire making sure he's well away from Joe Prendergast,
No, I don't think there was wood involved.
possibly down the leg side.
Yeah, maybe so.
Joe having a query or two himself. I suspect Joe might be rewinding that one on YouTube. So he'll look at that one again.
In comes Prendergast.
Oh,
Here's a chance.
and a wicket. He's gone for the big shot. They have been collecting runs. They've done very well. They're up at 8 1/4 and over. But unfortunately for David, he departs on 10. And Prendergast picks up a wicket. And again, Mark Berry and Joe Prendergast don't rely on pace, don't try and drop it short. They just bowl good lengths and put it in the right spot and let the batsmen get their mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, an easy catch in the end. And so Adamstown lose their 3rd wicket. Probably no more than Joe Prendergast feels he deserves. Very good shout, the previous delivery. And gets his man midway through the 6th and final over of the power play, of course.
Well, it ended up being a simple catch in the end, and certainly to a fielding side like Pembroke, as we were talking about how well they're fielding these days. A catch like that, well, it's quite a simple one.
I'm more impressed with the kick pass.
So Bawa comes to the wicket, takes guard, and
Lefty.
yep.
He might enjoy the short boundary to the clubhouse there.
Yeah.
You get the feeling he'll be looking for it anyway. Coming in at number 5.
Again, he just has 3 balls left in the power play to manoeuvre. Oh.
Well, got away with that one a bit.
Yeah.
But Bower will be delighted at getting off the mark so quickly, getting his partner back on strike. Demo Duran. A lot of Adamstown hopes will rest on him now.
It's nicely played.
Sonu Gupta changing sides for the left-hander. At the end of the power play, Pembroke were at 51 for 1.
Holland's not going up with Prendergast there, so that concludes the power play. Adamstown 46 for the loss of 3 wickets. What did you tell me Pembroke were?
51 for 1. So
Okay, it's
they're
just
there or thereabouts.
Yeah, absolutely. Run-wise, they're bang on. It's just they've
It's just that
lost
Pembroke starts accelerating from here on in, I think.
big time.
And with the end of the power play, I'm going to let Graham come back in. Graham.
Thank you, Craig. Yep. And so here we go outside the power play. Adamstown 47 for 3. Mark Berry continuing his spell. Bawa on strike. Nice to have you back, Graham.
Yeah, good to be back. I got a lap in, so they're few and far between at this stage. But certainly a huge contrast in power plays. 51 for 1 was Pembroke's compared to 47 for 3. Not much in it run-wise, but the wickets make it. Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, he got his hand to it.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed. Every wicket-keeper fielder, once you get a hand to it, they're disappointed if it doesn't stick. But that would have been very, very good. That's wide of the crease. He's standing nearly at first slip. And it just catches the edge of the glove and spills away for a run. Yeah, I think the difference tonight will be that partnership Pembroke got from Gart and Sheriff. And they just motored on a 10 every over from this point.
Yeah.
It's a nice look aerial shot, just wide of the fielder again.
It's a great bit of fielding, mind you.
Keeps it to just 1. And again, this is where Adamstown will just be, where's the boundary coming from?
Yeah.
Every time just when they think, that might get to the boundary, Pembroke fielder gets a hand on it. Again.
Well bowled by Berry.
Pushes it wide of the batter very well.
Varying his length this over. Excellent.
And again, Mark is very good at digging the ball into the turf. Again, it's just that experience of playing with on grass every week and training on it. That's a good flick.
Should just be the one, though, I would have thought. Yeah,
it will be. Again, the
St. Ledger cleaning up out there.
The fielding arms that Pembroke have are all so good. It's usually one bounce in over the stumps. They work so hard at that. Woe be the runner to take the arm on.
I backed the arm.
Yes.
Here's a chance.
That's gonna
No,
get
it's
there.
in the gap.
Oh, another
No.
brilliant piece of fielding again. Sheriff coming around from mid wicket.
That's a brilliant bit of fielding.
Saves 3 runs, gets it into the wicket keeper. Again, no boundary. So
Yeah.
Pembroke aren't going to mind the odd 1 or 2. That is
that is
beautiful
a boundary.
shot.
It's a gorgeous shot. Yeah.
Left-hander using the angles perfectly there. Just uses the pace of the delivery.
Yeah.
Turns the wrists and plays it beautifully into the clubhouse for 4. That's perfect batting.
Gorgeous shot.
The funny thing is as well, at the moment, the run rate is still below 8. So 8 exactly after that boundary at the end of the 7th. The score is 56 for 3.
Yeah. Prendergast continuing with his spell, having bowled a brilliant first over, picking up a wicket and just going for 4 runs.
He's usually so consistent with his line and length.
Yeah, that's his strength.
You can set a feel to it. The call is from
Goal
2. They are going to go for it, but it could be 3 now with that little throw. It is going to be 3.
Oh, yeah, they were. Greg was dead right to.
Worth the risk.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
The bowler won't be happy because it's on his fingers. You never are as a bowler, but yeah, worth a little flick behind from Hollands to try to get the wickets. He would have
No,
been
he would.
safe. Yeah,
he was fine. Yeah.
Good running.
Yeah, it was very good running. Again, they called 2 very early, didn't they?
And trusted each other, which
Yeah.
is always the key. Oh, that's good keeping. Yeah, it always amazes me. Generally, for me, 90% of the time, a run out is just because the batters don't trust each other.
Yeah. It's a very valid point you make. So in comes Prendergast.
Oh. Again, it was a yes-no.
Yeah.
Bawa looking for a single, but he was sent back by his partner, who hadn't left the crease, hadn't backed up. Similar shot. This time it gets through the infield and will be 1.
Pembroke certainly won't mind singles.
The key for Adamstown will be they'll need at least 4 to 5 singles plus a boundary.
Yeah, every over.
So they can't afford a yes. Oh, that is another fine shot.
You won't stop that, I wouldn't think. No, you won't.
Again, just using pace of the ball and just placed perfectly.
I like the way he's angling his bat, Graham. If you saw,
Yeah, late.
again, late
Yeah.
and open. Lovely.
Along the ground all the way.
Lovely shot.
And there's the boundary for the over. So, 1 delivery to go in the 8th over. A quick call of 2. And they have come back. Jogging it. It was good weight on that.
Yeah,
Allowed for the 2.
nicely played.
And that's it.
So that concludes the 8th over, and
66 for 3.
Adamstown going at exactly virtually 8s and over.
Well, at this stage, Pembroke were 66 also. But the 1 wicket down.
Yeah.
That may be the key to that. Now, unless this partnership can
Yeah,
put on a
absolutely.
similar 100 run. But so both sides 66 from 8 overs.
Come on, Flaggy. You know what, though? I almost wouldn't. Ira, I wouldn't mind the swap. This one is actually something.
I would say, though, this was the point where Pembroke went from 4th gear into 5th. The 9th over going for 17 runs. So we'll see our first
Come on,
bit of spin tonight. Harry St. Ledger from the St. John's Road end, having made his senior debut at the weekend in Cork. He was very buoyed by that and picking up a wicket.
Ah, he was terrific. It's a great moment for any young cricketer to make your senior debut, and Harry is such a talented young sportsman, international hockey player, and loves his cricket. Absolutely loves his cricket, and it's having a great season. Very much deserving of his chance on the firsts.
And he's a great kid as well. He's
come on,
he's very open to being taking a bit of needle just to keep his feet on the ground as well.
Yeah. It's well bowled. Just held it back, Graham. Lovely. I like that.
A false chip shot for 1. That's the key here for the spinners, is varying your pace.
beautiful boy. Very good, Harry.
Oh, well bowled. And he feels it himself to get a dot ball. It's great work from Ledger.
2 goal ones there, Harry. 2 goal ones, bud. Close it out.
You have to wonder now if the batsman is looking to go big.
You would think so. He's faced 2 dots. That should just be a single.
Good. Very good.
Skipper coming in.
Let's go quickly, lads, because I've got to go to the
So just the 1 delivery to come off the 9th over.
So far,
Just 3 off the over so far. When you think this over for Pembroke went for 17. And this over is just going to go for 4 runs. What a brilliant over from St. Ledger.
that is just what the skipper wanted from him.
Yeah. He'll be absolutely delighted with that. Getting high fives, and rightly so, all round. Well bowled.
And that creates the first kind of gap in the evening between the sides. And we'll see spin there from the nursery end. Paul Lawson to come on from his favoured end.
Enter the maestro.
How many overs has he bowled from down there?
Lots.
Yeah. Just having a little word deciding on his field.
Yeah.
We've been very lucky with the weather this evening so far as well.
Yeah.
The breeze has kept the clouds moving and we haven't had a drop of rain so far.
We could do with the great man just turning the temperature up slightly.
Yes. It has been a chilly one to sit out and commentate in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll take it for dry weather.
In comes Lawson. It's just a single off his first ball. He'll be delighted with that.
Well, no man better for being able to hold it back or change pace. And it'll be tough for these Adamstown batsmen. The dip he gets.
Just his all-round guile, experience, noose.
and he'll be delighted to have his favourite fielder in the world, JJ Garrett, back in his
Yeah.
usual hunting grounds.
Yeah. It's well bowled.
He goes big. Fielder comes around and takes a catch. That's brilliantly taken.
It's beautifully bowled by Lawson.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's Sheriff with the catch. There was a moment with two fielders
absolutely.
converging on them.
Pretty similar to McDonough and St. Ledger here.
Yeah, you always worry when you see two fielders, but
Yeah.
long on, or long off, should I say.
I think what we didn't quite hear, I think Sheriff clearly called.
Yeah. You can just, eyes never left the ball. We can see here just taking it well inside the line.
Oh, yeah. Comfortable,
Perfectly.
comfortable catch.
Yeah. And Lawson with his first of the evening.
Yeah.
And that sees the end of, well, the main run scorer so far for Adamstown this evening.
Yeah, all Lawson's experience to the fore there. Really good cricket. That's his first wicket. One suspects it may not be his last.
No.
In comes Lawson, right arm over the wicket.
Driven, but will be a dot. Yeah, I would say Jack will be quite happy to let Paul and Harry bowl late between them.
Absolutely.
Get through the overs quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Brilliant.
Great work.
Brilliant work on the part of Lawson, taking out his sort of extra and putting him in a short mid-wicket.
Well, he so often gets wickets in that location. Little chips.
Just give him the single. Yeah. It's a great first over.
Yeah, just the 3 runs and a wicket. And there we go. I think that is the blink moment. Those 2 overs. After 10.
What were Pembroke?
93 for 1.
All of a sudden the gap has...
In 2 overs, 20 runs.
20 runs, it's a big gap. Yeah.
And the loss of a wicket as well. So, yeah. I'm sure Adamstown still have a few batsmen who like to play their shots, like to go big. So it's a good practice for the spinners. Try to work out the batsman. Get your field settings right. Bowl to that field. Working a bit of trickery and guile. It's always different out there than in the nets.
Yeah. Absolutely. In comes St. Ledger. He's bowling it on his pads. Should just be the one, I would have thought. It is.
Yeah. You'd have to say that was
there was
poor
definitely
running.
2 there. Yeah.
Well, like that, the batsman jogged down for the first. His partner was looking for 2, but he jogged the first one.
Yeah.
Gave himself no chance.
Yeah. Could be in the gap. No, Byron is there. Again, it's just the one. Great bit of fielding by the big man. Lovely throw.
Again, it's so difficult for a guy of his size. But his ground fielding is very, very good.
Oh, yeah, he's just a very good cricketer.
And is pulled into the cow. Will again only be 1.
Really good spell this from St. Ledger. Just gone for 8 runs off his 10 deliveries.
And we'll squeeze it through. Should only be one again, though, because,
Yeah,
again,
there is only one.
so quick and such a good, accurate throw.
Now St. Ledger will be keen to get out of the over without a boundary being struck.
Well, he's yet to go for a boundary, so
Yeah.
yeah. This is great work. And he does.
It's just another single.
So when a spinner can go 2 overs in a T20 without conceding a boundary, you know you're on top.
Your captain will like that very much.
Just a 6 from the over.
Yeah.
79 for 4 at the end of 11. So that run rate is going to go up quickly from here.
Well, the current rate is just over 7.
I think that's wrong. 7 nines is 63, and they require 148. I think that's what their run rate could be at. I think that's not the required rate. I think that's what their current rate is.
The current rate is just over 7. Yeah, exactly.
What's the required? Oh God, it's 16.
16, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Well, that's where those last 3
Yeah.
overs you spoke about them has made a huge difference.
Up.
Here's another wicket, perhaps.
No, that one.
Nope.
That's gone over. That's 6.
That's 6. Yeah, it's a great shot.
Just enough on it.
Yeah, got his back leg out of the way and really swung through the ball with great gusto. Terrific cricket shot.
And Lawson won't mind that too much.
No,
He wants them to play aerial shots. Oh,
Beautifully bowled.
that's brilliant bowling from Lawson.
That is an absolute cracker, Jack.
Batsman's just happy to still be there.
Of course he is. Very good, Danny Hogan. Excellent stuff.
Good one-handed pickup.
Yeah, very good. Particularly with the ball coming over the end of the artificial wicket. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Just pushed it a little wider, not too wide. If the batsman had to come down the track, he was going to be stumped easily by Holland. Another good piece of bowling.
Lawson showing all his experience, going for a 6 on his
And just
second
7,
delivery, and
still only 7.
following it up with 4 dots. So brilliant stuff. 12 overs gone. Adamstown Cricket Club 86 now for the loss of 4 wickets, and that rate is climbing
17.
up to nearly 18 and over now.
Yeah, 17.62. It's just jumping every over.
Every over.
And I'm afraid, when you say you need 17 every over, I think that will take some magnificent striking of the ball. Especially when the spinners are barely giving a boundary away.
Harry St. Ledger doing his reputation no harm here this evening. But bowling beautifully.
And being backed up by his fielders. It's great to see. Pembroke are doing well, keeping their standards high.
That should go the distance.
Yeah. Straight away, that is signal 6. And
yeah.
he goes for his first boundary of his spell and into the gardens.
It's the first ball really where he's straight onto leg stump. You'll see it here, Graham. Yeah. Right in the slot, really.
Done. How are they going? Good.
So a new ball is required, and a new ball has been received. The umpire has inspected. St. Ledger takes delivery of a new ball, and in he comes. That's well bowled. It's a great comeback.
Quick call of 2, and he has come back.
Pembroke again won't mind that at all.
Twos are well past being any use, really.
I'm afraid so.
Again,
It's just a single. We can see the required run rate absolutely climbing every delivery now, virtually heading towards 19 and over. And so after 13 overs, Adamstown 97 for 4. I'm going to take my leave, Graham.
have a good evening.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
will see you later. Thank you for your company as always.
Yeah,
Enjoyed
pleasure.
it.
So, as Lawson gets ready to bowl his third, Craig will swap back in for the remainder of this innings as the sun has peeked out from behind the clouds to shine brightly on Sydney Parade. Fortunately, the temperature isn't joining it. Oh, that's skewed and that's going to be out. That's an easy catch. Oh, barely a celebration from Pembroke. Barely a celebration needed, really. It was so regulation.
Here it is again. Paul Lawson using guile and experience and just feeding the batsman, and that one just pops up to the fielder. Pembroke didn't even score the most runs today. The Hills got 229. We only got 226 here.
Kenure.
Yeah, but still.
No, yeah, I know. You have to put him on the board. Doesn't matter where you are. That's Gupta with the catch. Easiest one he'll probably take all year.
It could be a close game there. The Rush are 138 for 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
And with 7 overs remaining, they need about 90 runs.
Which is more than doable at Kenure. If you can hit the ball straight, you're going to score runs.
Well, the Leinster game also looking interesting. Phoenix require 20 off 10 overs.
Oh, they might squeak that.
And Dublin University require 18 off 8.
Oh, is
overs.
McDowell batting?
I don't know. I'll be looking at the highlights.
Oh, yeah, and a ball from Lawson.
Again, it's the guile and the willingness just to toss it up there. Come on, have a go, he says.
It's brilliant to be able to trust your fielders like that. He knows he's going to be backed up.
Well, Danny Hogan, a nonchalant
Yes.
catch. Had to take a couple of steps back and one to the left, but once he got into position, he just made it look so simple. And again, the celebration somewhat muted amongst Pembroke now. They understand that Adamstown are not going to get 20 per over for the last 6 overs, and 98 for 6.
Yeah,
That's where they are now.
But they're putting in a truly professional job here.
This is the previous wicket to fall, and that just dropped into the fielder's hands, and he was happy enough with that. And then Danny Hogan showing off his, well...
Not very good skills.
No, in fairness. Didn't do badly.
Ain't Maradona. But there, that's a good catch. Look, it's high. It's just above the eye line.
Malahide require 61 off 10. That looks like it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Clontarf did beat North Kildare by 9 wickets
Unsurprisingly.
and got to their target in 11 in the 12th over. Another one up in the air. Hollins won't get to it.
Just a teaser.
Lawson puts his head in his hands.
Again, the batters just aren't getting to the pitch of the ball really, and just finding the sliding off the bat and the edge.
These are things that they will learn.
Yeah, that's the difference between a man and grass.
Well, the end of another over. I think the best demonstration we could give at this stage to Graham would be to have a look at the worm.
Yeah, I think that would be telling.
There we go. Look,
Yeah,
you can see they were keeping up, and then it slowed down, and a wicket fell as they were trying to.
it was the 8th over.
Yeah,
It was at the 8th over, both on 66, and that's when that's a big shout. And is it going to be?
the umpire saying no.
I would say outside the line, more than likely.
I'm going to go smack around the head from Niall now.
Because he won't be able to show the replay with the worm in the way.
No, he can show the replay.
Okay.
It's the live action I was in front of. That was my fault, and I apologise profusely. Silver Fox is turning up for a 3-hour session now.
Wait, that has to be cheating if Taverners train. You can't train if you're Taverners. That's got to be against the rules. Oh, that's a
Danny
big
Hogan watches another one go into the garden, and that is a nice big hit. And it brings up 100 for Adamstown. They're ticking off the milestones, and they'll be happy with the way this has gone.
individual. Well,
That one there.
Ooh. Maybe a little inside edge.
It's not out in the book anyway. And that's 6, as I say, bringing Adamstown into 3 figures.
Well bowled.
Nice T20 bowling there from St Ledger, who's rapidly becoming a legend himself. Short on this occasion. Danny Hogan again with the juggling. And 7 off the over. And St Ledger now has bowled his 4, and they went for 28. And
In the grand scheme, that's pretty good going.
7 and over when the opposition need 11.
Yeah.
There's the one that disappeared. Nice shot.
You just feel that was the only shot on off. They're not driving him into the covers for 4 or going over his head. It just
Slogging.
yeah. If it's in this arc, that's where it's going. So Lawson is going to have a break. And the relief for the batsman is to see Byron McDonough come on.
Well, we're into the last few overs now. Harry expressing a little bit of surprise at not being given that one.
And this will be an extra little bit of pace that maybe Adamstown wouldn't have seen every week in the first team league.
Well, it's also the bounce as well. He's a big lad, Byron. Plenty of height there. But this has been what I would call a professional performance by Pembroke.
Yeah. On all aspects, fielding, batting, bowling.
And now the Adamstown batsmen are at that sort of stage whereby they feel they need to hit everything and hit everything hard. And then you lose your shape and your timing, and you end up not hitting anything at all, or just hitting fielders.
And they're not even
And,
taking a one.
and then it's the frustration, and you're not rotating and straight. You're not taking the singles here and there. So, yeah, tough part of the game now for Adamstown. They'd be better off just
To be fair.
treating it as a net almost. Just sort of...
Well, and again, you don't get to see bowlers of this quality every week, so maybe, There's
Well, that one's going to run away. Once it beat the keeper,
Yeah.
there was nothing else to stop it on its way. Another boundary.
Well, we're at 26 and over, so yeah. Nobody has a fielder there these days. Long gone is the long stop.
I do feel there are a few players out there still, bowlers, who would like a long stop. Just because they don't know whether they're going to spray it down the leg side or the offside. Have to cover both, so put the man in the middle. A few of the silver foxes down for a little net. It's trying to find time in the nets is the problem, which is one of the reasons for the redevelopment. That one's gone straight. It's straight up, and the catch is taken, and that is a 7th wicket to fall. But fair play to Oberon. He's come in, he's scored at a runner ball, he's looking to push it on, he's looking to have a go, and why not?
Yeah.
Well, he's got nothing to lose. Cut underneath that one. There wasn't a tremendous amount of footwork on it.
Looking to leg and then just slides off the bats. Good catch. Again, Pembroke showing their quality in the field.
But this game really is just slipping away from Adamstown now. As you say, the required rate is over 28 and over.
Yeah, it's
You need 7 fours, and there's only 6 balls in and over. Well, it's not quite at snooker's stage yet, but it's going to hit that stage.
we need a couple of fells, and then
balls.
all the reds, all the blacks, and a few fells. So just the one ball to come in this 16th. Yeah, it's a beautiful comparison. At this stage, Pembroke were 176 for 2.
Yeah, well, that stand for the second wicket of 145, it really has just pushed the game beyond Adamstown. However,
To be fair, it would push
they've
beyond.
battled.
Yeah,
They've battled well.
it would push it beyond most teams when you have that sort of knock and being punished at both ends. So 109 for 7, just a 4 from the over and a wicket. McDonough has to be fairly happy with his outing today. 3 overs, 2 for 23. And we're just reaching up on the 30 per over mark now. 29 and a half. Mark Berry is going to come on for his second spell from the St. John's Road end.
Terranier have lost a few wickets across the road and are now 74 for 8. They need 104 from 6 overs. So that may be slipping away from them. That will leave Railway with 1 win.
Yeah.
It will leave Terranier with 1 win.
Yeah.
And Pembroke will have 2 wins. And Adamstown yet to register a win.
Yep. So
the group will come down to that final group stage game when Pembroke will be facing Terranier.
well, with net run rate, etc., teams could lose a game and still go through.
Yep, very much so. You could have a situation where 3 teams win 2 games.
Or you could have a washout. But Pembroke have to go to Terranier on the magic carpet. So you would think that game would go ahead.
That'd be an interesting one. That might be worth taking a trip across the city to watch. See if Pembroke can make it to finals day. All 3 finals day games being played in Sydney Parade this year. Both semi-finals and the final. I think it's tough. I think it is tough on the team to play 2 T20s in a row.
Oh. I think it's tough on the ground to have to produce 3 games on the single day.
It's still only 60 overs.
Yeah, any delays.
No, it's not. It's 120 overs. So it's still only a Senior
2 Cup.
Cup game.
Yeah.
Berry played away.
I just like the idea of played in 2 different grounds and then
Joining up.
Joining up, because you've more chance of getting them.
I think it's more a case of possibly Cricket Leinster looking to get all 3 games on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, this one just evading the bowler. He's not going to be too upset tonight.
At least we'll have I'll have the day off. And then the Senior Cup will be here as well. Another day I just get to watch.
Well, I said Adamstown would do well to get to half of Pembroke's total in the first, when I was watching the first 6 overs. Now with 3 overs to go, they are just 3 runs short of that halfway mark, and I think that's a fair reply, actually. I think Adamstown will walk away from here not just chastised or worried or upset about it. I think they'll take this as a learning lesson.
Yeah, it's showing you
shows you what's needed.
What's the standard you want to get to. This is the team at top of the Premier Division against the team that's not top of the first team league. So
it's a tough fixture for Adamstown, but as I say, they're a young team and they will do nothing but learn from this. McDonough now from the nursery end. Whew. That's not what you want to see when you come in.
Talking about the ground for the 3 T20s in a day.
Yeah.
4 T20s in about 27 hours. Women's Cup final the night before.
Oh, of course, yes. The Women's Senior Cup final, yes.
Yeah, luckily, we don't do the semi-finals and final of that, just the final. Another good ball from McDonough. It's got to be tough coming in lower order when you're faced with a situation where
in this light
you need 43 and over. Say that again? Yeah.
It's okay, but I still wouldn't want to be facing Byron in it.
I wouldn't want to face it in any light.
Yeah.
I'd have a go.
Well, the batsman playing all around that. The only thing you could say is he was covering his stumps. 46 and over now. Let's see how big that number gets.
As long as you're not expecting me to face more than one delivery.
Oh, you mean the way I bat? Yeah.
Well, yeah, somebody did once try to talk me into reverse sweeping a very good fast bowler. I declined.
Another dot ball. And it looks like Byron, he's on track for a maiden here in a T20 in the 18th over. I mean, that shows just... But again, I think Adamstown have done well. They're scoring at over 6 and over, which if they were playing in the Russell Court Trophy or the Whelan Cup, we'd all be saying, 20 years ago, we'd all be saying that,
it's a cracker. That's unplayable for this stage of the game.
He almost set him up for it, really, didn't he?
Sure, back of a length, and then boom.
And then right down at the toes, and that sees the end of the batsman. 8 down now, 1-1-2 on the board. And just 13 balls remain in this group game of the LHK Alan Murray Cup group game. Just trips off the tongue, doesn't it? Trips off the tongue.
Peter Piper pecked.
Well, the batsman got his foot out of the way so he could play the shot. Unfortunately, there was a big gap between bat and pad. And as a result, he's on his way. And that brings Rajesh out to the wicket, and I'd say he's saying thanks for that. Super ball from Byron, doing exactly what he wanted it to, right down at the base of middle stump.
It reminds you of a good old Joel Garner delivery.
And there you go, a wicket maiden for the 18th over. And that is absolute perfection from Byron McDonough. So we're getting to the stage now, Graham, whereby, obviously cricket clubs... rubbing salt in the wound.
Hit him on the head on the
Hit by the ball after it's hit the stumps. But, yep, Mark Berry now to bowl the 19th.
Yeah, just the 57.5 needed per over.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You need about 4 no balls and over now.
Who's taking the bets on this game? How much do I have to pay a bowler to bowl the ball as wides?
It would have to be the biggest yips of all time.
This one in the air. There is Danny Hogan underneath it. Danny Hogan takes the catch. 9 down, 1-1-2. They still haven't quite reached half of Pembroke's total.
I think you jinxed them.
Well, you know, I still think they've done well here today. I think they will learn a lot of lessons from that. And here we go, the over-the-top celebrations from the Pembroke side.
Again, they know the job is done. They're looking at tomorrow's game.
That's the beautiful ball from McDonough the last over. And now Berry, not to be outdone, says, well, I can take those 2. There we go, just flicked around the corner. And Danny Hogan, well, he was there, well set. Hands pointing upwards. And the final wicket comes to the crease. 1.5 overs to go, 11 deliveries. Will they see out the 20 overs, or will Pembroke take this final wicket and put this game to bed? Five to come. And Berry, well,
He'd be happy to have taken his first wicket of the evening. It's nice to get on the board.
as you say, when every bowler takes a wicket, well, he won't get the hat-trick today. And he won't get it at all today.
Well, there is a Pembroke bowler looking for a hat-trick in his next match. Tristan Collops yesterday finished with 2 wickets in 2 deliveries, 2 different overs. So that ended the Marion innings on the 2s yesterday. So in his next match, he'll be looking for a hat-trick in his first delivery.
Terranure now 9 down against Railway. That game seems to be pretty much done. 3 overs to go and 99 required.
You have to say the difference. Pembroke got out of jail against Railway in the first game in this group.
They put themselves in jail.
Yeah. But the fact that Railway didn't have Liam McCarthy, and he seems to have been the difference today.
Well,
that's pushed wide, and it is called wide.
and there you go. Adamstown have now gone past halfway. They require 113. They're on 114. But that run rate required, well, it's just leaping ball by ball
Yeah,
now.
it's into the ridiculous
Dot ball. We'll see it jump another 9 points, 9 runs per over.
Yeah.
The question is, how high will it get?
Well, we'll get to 100 and
It could get to 600. If they don't lose a wicket and are all out, I suspect, look, it's up at 96 now.
yeah.
Distinct lack of tension on the Adamstown bench.
That's the end of the over.
Well, 113 required off 1. Even I can do the maths there. Another good over from Berry. He's 1 for 30 from his 4 overs. His work is done for the day. Gets a little tap, a little low 5 from Paul Lawson.
This is where you turn to the skipper. Gives a ball. Go on. Gives a go.
Let me see the no ball 5
Ah, come on. No, you'd give even me a ball at this stage.
Well, Adamstown have scored at 6 runs and over, run a ball, and that's not bad. Well, it'll be Joe Prendergast then to finish off tonight's game. I think this is just a smart move.
6 full and straight deliveries. What we would be expecting from Joe. Plus his quick, tidy run-up to get through the over quickly.
1 run taken. Just means the required rate jumps by 20. It just gets to a ridiculous stage now.
Yeah.
But again, Adamstown would love to reach 120.
And also not get bowled out.
Yeah.
Bat their overs. It's a small little things. Good keeping from Hollands. Such quick hands. Neat. And he's even replacing his divot afterwards. Putting the bells back on.
That left foot, well, it thought about coming up, and it went back down again. Hollins again, he's looking for that stumping. What's the run rate now, Graham?
1-7 something.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
224.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He'll get through for a single. And 2 balls remain then in this LHK Alan Murray Cup. Oh, the bird. Oh, my word. The camera work, superb from Niall. Ball and bird in perfect harmony.
There's either rain in North County Dublin or the internet's gone down.
Yeah, there's not very much changing on the scores around the place.
Like Phoenix are still. Yeah. That Phoenix North County game, but they'll win on DL anyway. They were that close.
666 required per over, with 1 ball to go, and that gets them to 117 for 9 in 20 overs, and Pembroke have won by 109 runs, a comprehensive professional victory for Pembroke. And, well, there's not much else to say about that game, is there, Graham?
No.
Man of the match?
I would say men of the match. It's a partnership of 145. Addison Sheriff with 90.
What a couple of days he's had.
Yeah, JJ Garrett with 70. I want to say 76.
Well, the players now all congratulate each other.
And then the bowlers just.
And Dale turns on the Ghostbusters blower. Anyway, here is the batting card. Graham, you want to have a look at that, don't you?
Well, yeah, there they go. 76, I was right, with JJ, and Addison 90. It's just a cracking partnership, both off like 44, 43 deliveries. There was no respite at all for Adamstown in that spell. And then at the end, Hollands with a little cameo, 23 from just 12. Yeah, to a magnificent 226 for 4 from 20. It was just such a strong performance.
Well, it's a bowling card that I feel Adamstown bowlers will not look at with any great pleasure. However, Yaver Singh Oberoi, 2 for 37. Yes, it's expensive, but so were all his partners, but at least he took a couple of wickets.
Yeah.
Silveron Bijou, 1 for 33, and David, 1 for 51. And, well, you can see in the fall of wickets, that second wicket partnership, 145, and that made a big difference to this game. Just the 7 extras, which I think was actually quite impressive.
No, that's very impressive.
In reply then, Adamstown, well, they had a big hill to climb, and that hill just seemed to get bigger and bigger. Somebody was piling stones onto the top of the hill to turn it into a mountain. I think there was a film like that. Anyway, you can see a few batsmen got themselves in.
Yeah.
And quite a few of them making double figures until we get down to the bottom 4. But by and large, everybody got in but got out as well.
It's also
all the catches.
Yeah, the strike rate as well.
Plenty of catches. And, and then there was that bold delivery from McDonough that was an absolute gem. Covers coming flying on now. Just 2 extras in 20 overs. Something that many Pembroke sides could learn from. The bowling side then, you want to take us through the Pembroke bowling, Graham?
Yeah, look, I think everyone has to be happy. Sheriff again, outstanding. 1 for 8 from 2. I think Lawson just 3 for 11 from 3. He just
Experience.
he knows where to put the ball, and considering he got hit for 6 in there, it's just an all round. And McDonough at the top, 3 for 23.
Including the one maiden in the
Yeah.
entire game, and
Yeah.
it was a wicket maiden at that. And on top of that, it was the 18th over.
Yeah.
There were no stands. The fall of the wickets, you can see,
Regular.
20s, 10s. Not very much there. And, Pembroke emerging victorious by 109 runs.
You'd have to say a good net for tomorrow, but also Phoenix
Look
have
at
had Phoenix.
Look at that
have-
weather. Didn't we get
Yeah.
away with one?
We have.
There you go. There is the gulf between the two teams. I'm glad that Adamstown got past halfway. I think they will do better and better as the years go by. I think they're not a bad team at the moment, and I think they'll do okay in the first team league. I think that give it another 2 or 3 years, they'll be looking to come out of that league and get into. I mean, if Civil Service and North Kildare have had goes in the championship stroke premiership, and I think it won't be too long before Adamstown get their chance. Now, I've hit a button. We'll see if it brings anything up, and we'll see if we agree with it.
Player of the match, Addison Sheriff.
I think so.
Well, wickets,
90 off 43,
catches.
1 for 8 off 2. I think he's a well-deserved winner of that.
It won't be the last time we see that this season.
Well,
It hasn't been the first time we've seen it.
Let's hope not. See you, Josh.
See you, Joshy.
So there is the summary. Pembroke made 226 for 4 back on the back of Jonathan G. Garth and Addison Sheriff. Greg Hollins with a little bit extra at the end, just got it from 200 to 226. And then Adamstown, well, they batted their overs. They got past halfway, but Paul Lawson, 3 for 11, Byron McDonough, 3 for 23, and Addison Sheriff, well, 1 for 8 off just 2. You can understand why the captain didn't bowl in the other 2. He didn't need to.
Yeah.
And there's a big game here tomorrow night when Pembroke and Phoenix will face off in another T20, weather permitting, in the Leinster Senior Cup. So we'll see how that goes. That's been called off twice in Phoenix already. And tomorrow night we will see them try a third time to conclude that first round game. So that's it. And the winners go to Balbriggan.
Yeah.
That's it. I thought I'd remembered that correctly. So there you go. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow night, Pembroke and Phoenix. Graham will be in charge of the commentary booth on that occasion. On Thursday, then, the women's firsts are playing here.
Rush.
And then there's no games at home over the weekend with the Interprovincial Festival taking place in Pembroke next week.
Lucky for us, because we're away.
Yes, indeed. No games at home this weekend. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. My thanks to Heatley and to Graham and, of course, to Niall. It's been another fabulous evening's cricket here in Sydney Parade. This has been one of the one-sided games we've seen this year. By and large, we've seen some exciting last over stuff. But today, it wasn't to be a last over game. It wasn't to be at all.
We got our 40 overs, though.
But we did get 40 overs without a rain break, and for that we are thankful. So to you, to me, to you, to me, and ladies and gentlemen, good night from us here at Pembroke Cricket Live.